What's going on, everybody? John Anthony, Chairshot Sportsman. What an amazing Raw we just watched, coming off of an amazing record-breaking SummerSlam, 2 nights over in New Jersey. Luckily, I was there to be there for night two. What an experience it was. So much stuff happened tonight. LA Knight, Seth Rollins, main event. We also have three Grande Americanos, and where is Karrion Kross? All this and more, guys. This is the Raw Rundown.
Rundown.
Hey everybody, how we doing? John Anthony, Chairshot Sports, a Sport Corner affiliate, as always, powered by Zoa Energy. Thanks for joining us. Obviously, these Raws have been going a little later recently, so that's a little much of a damper as far as we get out of here. But you might recognize this young lady, one half of the Wrestling Divas podcast. She's been on a lot of prediction shows. Lady Alpha, how we doing?
Good. What a show. That was awesome.
Awesome. I loved it. I think you could look at it and say maybe it was a little dull, maybe, but they got their points across, building new storylines, building others in the main event. Obviously, I think a lot of us were like, yes, let's go. Let's just jump right into it. Obviously, night 1 and 2, SummerSlam, record breaking, awesome stuff. Night 1 slapped. I happened to be there last night for night 2. I'm glad I got my voice back. I am so tired. I'm so tired. I was like, I gotta make sure I do the show tonight. I'm so tired, but it was awesome stuff. It was awesome stuff. Awesome to be there in person. What's going on, Isaiah? Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate you. Yeah. So obviously Seth Rollins opens up. He's the night 1 winner over with the World Heavyweight Championship from cashing in his briefcase on CM Punk. Goes on pretty much a whole tirade about what we all thought was going to happen. I think some people might have said what this is what the group was going to be called. Plan B being played close to the chest, which I gather apparently was the injury. That's what the way I was reading it. That the injury was the Plan B, which is a little weird, but a little bit of a letdown. I thought it might have been a new member or something like that, but apparently that was the Plan B between him, Becky, and Paul. Goes on to talk about how this is the future, the present. It is the vision. WWE has just recently trademarked that. The vision is the name of this group moving forward. Not a bad name. Not a bad name. I didn't want anything crazy. It was a cool name. I like it. Before we get any closer into that and talking about the vision, LA Knight breaks down. The place goes nuts. Roof goes off the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. LA Knight then goes down to explain as far as their last match is Saturday main event. Wondering why he's faking injuries, things like that, and wants a piece of him tonight on Monday Night Raw for that World Heavyweight Championship. Since he ran away and was scared of LA Knight beat him in the first place. So now instead of taking his briefcase, he wants to take that title. And obviously Adam Pearce comes out. Apparently he had that drink, maybe hit the Irish coffee like Barrett was talking about, but he allows it. He calls the match. He said, let's go. It's official. LA Knight, Seth Rollins World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, the B squareds are banned from ringside. We all know how that works out. But that's the opening segment. We get our main event right there in the first 15 minutes. Your thoughts as far as obviously the promo itself, LA Knight coming out challenging, and how do you think that promo went down?
I think I think it hit. I think it really hit. And he has a legit beef here. I
What's up,
mean,
Jeffrey?
because now, Seth faked the injury, or did he? And he'll never admit it. He either faked the injury or it was so minor that it didn't matter.
Right, exactly.
And he basically screwed LA
Mm-hmm.
Knight out of a good, legit match. How long was that match? What, 10 minutes maybe?
10, 12.
So,
Well, I mean, if you take into account him sitting in the ring apron in the corner for like 5 minutes of the injury, quote unquote,
yeah.
probably like 15. But yeah, about good 10 minutes of wrestling we got. Good 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was about it. That was
Yep,
and
I'll go with
and
that.
I can understand LA Knight would feel kind of robbed by that. So, um I'm kind of wondering if this is going to lead to a final a title shot for LA Knight, because we've been saying that WWE needs to pull the trigger on him or whatever. Um and they haven't done so. But so I'm wondering if that's what we're leading up to now, going into Clash in Paris, and then you got Crown Jewel and all that stuff coming up. Um I'm wondering if they're gonna slip the belt on him.
Well, that's what I'm thinking too. I put that up on Xlo. I mean, not for nothing. We all know Seth Rollins cashed in, one, obviously to be heavyweight champion, but two, the one thing he's always said since Phil has come back, you will never have a belt as long as I have breath in my lungs and I'm able to stop you. You will never have the belt. So obviously cashing in opportunistically, obviously, but
Mhm.
to keep it off of CM Punk.
Oh, yeah.
So what is it to at this point? It's looking like a fatal four way at Perth, or I don't think you can stretch it down to Crown Jewel in November. It's got to be something crazy going down in Perth, a fatal four way, a triple threat. We're going to talk about the main event. I don't think Rowan will be in the picture for a little bit after what happened tonight, but you're looking at least at a triple threat: Punk, Knight, and Rollins at Perth for that World Heavyweight Championship. It makes a lot of sense if you did take it off Rollins. Rollins isn't weak. It doesn't make him look weak. It has nothing to do with that. But that cash in is okay. I took it off of Punk. Cool. If it goes to Knight, Rollins is still laughing his way to the bank. Yeah, maybe I lost it, but you didn't win it. Ah,
Right. That is true.
you know what I mean? So it doesn't make anyone look weak. Obviously, I know the IWC is not happy with long title reigns. They're not happy with short title reigns. They don't like medium title reigns. But if you're looking at the way the product is, what's best for business, this is a weird time of year. You have,
Mhm.
I mean, you have Survivor Series tonight. Tonight should have probably painted how what the team's going to start looking like in another couple weeks, moving into San Diego, and then obviously December, and then we rock it around. Boom, hit the road to WrestleMania, starting with the Royal Rumble. So um, give LA Knight a couple months. Let him pull off in a triple threat match. He pins Punk. Rollins is kind of like, well, you didn't pin me, so I guess I kind of get another shot at you. And he kind of laughs at Punk. You're not champion either. And LA Knight gets his 3-4 month title run. Everyone's happy, and we can see what he looks like as a champion. So I agree with that. You need to pull the trigger. This has got to be. I know we say this. You myself, a lot of big mics, but we start sentences with this has got to be. This has got to be the time if you're going to put an LA Knight. This is, and I hate to say it as a knock on Knight because I'm not. But if you're going to do it in the slow period, the low time between now and December, going to the Royal Rumble. Maybe have him defend it at Rumble, lose it at elimination. Hell, have him walk into WrestleMania with it. Maybe drop it to someone there. But we'll see what happens. But LA Knight has got to be in this feud for a reason. They've kept him up. He's been on a milk carton for about 3-4 weeks. So there has to be something to the method to the madness of bringing him back now into this exact feud. But time will tell. We'll talk about that probably another couple weeks as we see how everything matches out and who aligns with who and what happens next week on Raw. So
I think I know what's coming next week with
someone
the
else.
with that same crew right there. We're getting a six-man tag next week. I
Mhm.
bet. I bet you.
So here's my thing. I don't want to go like too much into it with getting to the main event, but
Mhm.
we all talked about why is Bronson only hitting people with one tsunami? It doesn't make any sense. If he's supposed to be here in like Wreck Islands, what tonight with the 3 tsunamis? This was the write off for Roman to go do Street Fighter. This
Mhm.
gets him out here for at least I don't know how long the film is going to take, maybe 3-4 weeks, and then he comes back. We start the build of Survivor Series and War Games in San Diego. So we'll see if he's on. We'll see what happens next week. I would love to see the 6-man tag. I feel like it turns into a tag because Seth won't wrestle, and he'll throw his henchmen out there. So you get Punk and Knight taking on B Squared.
No, that
But
might that that would work too.
yeah, but it all depends on Roman. But I think the reason why he got the 3, which we've seen with him only doing 1, the 3 was like that was Roman's. All right, we'll see you in the middle of September when you make your comeback on a Raw or a pay per view. Okay, we'll see you later. Like that was him. That was the send up to go start filming tomorrow and film over to California. So
Yeah, I didn't even
um,
think about that. I forgot he was even going to be in a movie.
yeah, him and Cody, and that's why it's funny. And I hate to like it's something nefarious is going to happen on unless Cody's a throwback though. So there's a lot of wrestlers. The Rock did it. Not to go off on a tangent, but The Rock was doing it. A lot of other people were doing it. Batista even did it. They would film, come back for filming. They do the show, fly right back out and go film for like 3-4 days. Maybe write them off a week or two here or there. So I'm worried with Brock. That's kind of with the Brock Lesnar thing. I don't want to get too deep into that on tonight's show, but with Brock Lesnar coming back, I feel like something's going to happen where he lays out Cody, and Cody misses 3 to 4 weeks because of F5, 2 or 3 F5s. Him and Roman are holding hands, sipping Mai Tais in California and Hawaii. He's filming Street Fighter while they get written off TV this week. So it's going to be interesting to see. The only difference is I hate to see Cody's a part-time guy, but that's kind of some BS because the guy's obviously going to be gone for a couple weeks. He's going to be back full-time. So let's let that go. So we'll see what
Oh
happens.
yeah.
We stay in the back. We're doing some more promos. We get the Judgment Day coming out. Dominic riding high from his win last night with AJ against AJ Styles. Great match, by the way. Great match to see in person. Had a lot of old school vibes. Give me some Eddie Guerrero throwbacks in there as well with the shoe and the shirt from AJ. Awesome stuff. So Dom's living life. Loving what he's doing. He runs in the LWO, talking about being the king of the luchas. Obviously, with his match coming up in AAA for the Mega Championship, and pretty much is talking about respect, yada yada yada, and Dragon Lee and him. They have stuff way back to the North American Championship. And obviously, these guys talk their crap, blah 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 blah, yap, and now it's Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio. So that match we'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, first match we get tonight was awesome, and this is what I was afraid of happening. And me and Mike talked about it a couple weeks ago. The Rusev Sheamus match again,
Yeah. Again.
like banger after no again. Like what are we doing? Like
It
just
stopped being a banger after the second match. Come
thank
on now.
you. Like
I mean, I'm
just
bored.
call it a best of 7 without calling it a best of 7. Like what are we doing? Like I just
Yeah, you
wild to me.
mentioned it was a little boring, and in the beginning it was. I think the end of it was a lot better. But yeah, that match, as soon as Rusev came, or as soon as I saw Sheamus's name following Rusev's entrance, I went, no,
Oh,
I don't have the patience. I just don't.
and
This trip, what do they call it? The triad,
the trilogy,
The trilogy, thank you, and
yeah.
I'm a writer, go figure. Um, the trilogy, yeah, it's boring.
Yeah,
I just don't like this thing that they do with the trilogies. I just don't like it. It's boring. It's after 1 or 2, I 1 or 2 I can see, because 1 loses and then they want a rematch,
right.
that makes sense. But 3, I'm over
I'm okay.
it. For
And
lack of a better word.
we're gonna talk about tonight. I don't think they're done yet. I don't think they're done
No.
yet in the least. And tonight I think they kind of showed that. So like we talked about, I
Well,
was a
he
little bit.
hasn't broken Sheamus yet. That's Rusev's
That's
whole
true.
thing.
And now
He wants
apparently
to
Sammy's
break
getting
him.
involved. Like this is wild. Like what are we doing? Like I don't want to get too far, but I'm
Yeah.
like Sammy too. What are we doing? Jeez.
Sammy will
Um,
be next. Sammy will be
yes.
next on
Please,
Rusev's
please
list.
move this man into someone else's crosshairs. Like what are we doing? Like, geez, come on. So obviously, like you alluded to, it ends at the DQ. A little bit, little feisty. They get the chairs, they get the steps involved, the shillelagh, security's got to come down and separate them, all that good stuff. I'm like, okay, I guess you kind of put a little life into it. Cool. The majority of the night, they're just cutting into back scenes of just like beating the hell out of each other throughout the backstage area with Charlotte and Alexa. Then again, the Sammy's promo. Sammy gets hit. He catches a stray. Now he wants a piece. They have a match next week, him and Rusev. So that tells me, obviously, in the Sammy Rusev match, if I was a betting man, I put a good solid $10 down that next week Sheamus gets involved in that match, and it's going to continue what they've been doing,
Oh
and that's
yeah.
match number 4. And you're like, this better end at
Mhm.
Perth. It better end at Perth, man. I need it to end at Perth, please. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Like,
No, no, they could end it sooner than that because,
I hope so.
Crown Jewel's in Perth, isn't it?
Crown Crown Jewel is in Saudi. That's November.
No, they didn't. It's not in Saudi. That I remember when they first announced it. I was like, "Wait a minute, it's not in Saudi this year."
So I know Clash of in Paris is no, Clash in Paris is in Paris, and then there's wait is Crown Jewel in Perth?
Because it's on my birthday.
Oh my bad, it is in Perth. I apologize. You're right.
So
I'm so sorry. I
it
think
is.
Crown Jewel, and automatically I think Saudi.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, naturally, that's what I thought. That's
yeah.
why I was confused when I saw
Um,
it.
so yeah, maybe Crown Jewel. 'Cause I know it goes Clash. I think in the order it goes Clash, Survivor Series, Crown Crown Jewel, and I don't know if there's anything in December yet, but well, Saturday Main Event with John Cena, but that's like a TV show. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do, and then they're gonna be a tag team in 2026. They're gonna win tag belts at Mania. What do we? Stop recycling the same stuff. And I feel bad for Rusev. I I like his character. I liked him. Like the Rusev Day stuff was a little much for me, but I liked him in AEW. He really got over as the Redeemer. Really found himself. Found a really good gimmick. What you see here in WWE right now is a clash of the Rusev from WWE back in the day and the Redeemer from AEW, and they put the two together, and this is what you're getting. The crowd just is not getting behind this guy, and I feel bad because he's a good wrestler. He looks great, and it's just like the crowd just isn't buying it. He comes out, and it's just like, hello, hello,
Yeah,
like it sucks.
he's for me, he's a little dry.
Hmm.
And it seems like he's actually his character is actually a repeat of um oh gosh, and I just lost the name. he he's oh, okay there okay he is a knockoff carrying cross. As far as I'm concerned. I
Oh,
mean, he is more
I didn't even think about it like
obviously he's a
that.
physical. He is doing the physical thing. I think I talked about this.
Oh, we talked about this. Cross is
Yeah,
mental.
yeah.
Rusev is
Cross is
physical. We did
mental
talk
and
about this.
Rusev is
Yep.
physical, but he's just like a knockoff to me. And I think that's why he's not catching on because his whole thing is about making other wrestlers admit that they have a dark side and stuff like this or admit that they are too much for the people or I don't know what his but he wants to break the people. And Carrion is going through the mental, doing the same thing. So
Mhm.
it's mm, I like Carrion. I love Carrion's ways because it's diabolical. It's but also
Agreed.
righteous. Does that make sense?
Very. It's funny you bring up the righteous.
It is well, that is a term I've heard you use, so it's like, but yeah, it seems like a Carrion is a blend of the diabolical and the righteous, whereas Rusev is just he thinks he's righteous, you
Well, again,
know?
I feel like that's where the redeemer part from the AEW. He's trying to bring that over and kind of push it into WWE people. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I'm personally having a hard time connecting with his character. I have the same problem with Carmelo. Now, Carmelo is fantastic wrestler.
very.
I love seeing him wrestle, but his character is meh.
What's up,
It's
Big Nick?
it's just meh to me.
Yeah,
I can't with him. I'm just like if he doesn't talk and just wrestles, I'll be fine. But he tries, to bring forth that character and the personality of the character, and it's just not working. It's very bland to me.
and it's so weird to me too because I feel like tomorrow, if next week he came out with a Rusev Day shirt, the crowd would pop and they'd love it because they get the Rusev. It's I'm telling you, WWE fans are weird. And I mean that no, and I mean that in the most respectful way because I'm one. It's just
Mhm.
like so Rusev could come on next week and they could get my man over at TNA and come on Rusev Day. The merch is selling off the stage. Like you can't keep it in stock. They can't keep it in WWE shop. It's weird that it's like people it's almost like when he did the Rusev Day, it pigeonholed him into that character. And if it's not that character, no one can get behind it. Like we want you to start doing Rusev Day stuff again. Where's Lana? Bring Lana back. We want her too. It's weird. I just feel like he kind of that Rusev Day kind of handcuffed him into that, and without that, everyone's like, well, it's just kind of a watered down version of AEW Rusev. So it's weird, but I agree. You're not the only one. It's hard to connect. The music is. I felt like such a hole. Like the music hit today. I'm looking at the TV. I was like, is this a debut? Oh shit, it's Rusev. Oh man, I was like, yo. I'm like, are you kidding me? I felt like I'm like, dude. And then the eyes came up, and I went, oh shit, that's Rusev. Damn it, I suck. I suck at life. But again, he got Def Rebel. Like it's the music isn't the great. It doesn't capture you. It's weird. But again, if you look at AEW and you watch, that's kind of what he had there, and they're bringing it over, and I appreciate that. Rusev is trying to like you know have the best of both worlds. So
Stay true to what he's created, basically.
exactly, yeah.
But it's not catching on. That's the problem. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's because I'm new
No,
and
you're not the only one. You're
I'm
not
not
the only
familiar
one.
with his work
There's a
from
lot.
before now. I mean,
No,
so
there's a
I
lot.
guess I have a different kind of perspective because I refuse to look back when a new
Yeah,
wrestler
I got you. I got no. I
comes
feel that.
on
I feel that.
a new to me wrestler comes on the screen, I don't go back and research. So I have no idea what he was like in AEW. I have no idea what he was like when he was initially in WWE.
Right.
I just know what I see now, and what I see now is not working for me. Um, and they've got to do something. These characters need to be revamped because there's a lot of talent that's being wasted and being weighed down is a good word. Their
Yeah.
character or their, talent is being weighed down by these really bland characters.
Yeah, and it's weird too because like you know this. We watch WWE, and it's I watch a lot of the other stuff, and it's just like look LA Knight, perfect example. To go back to that real quick, like how long do we wait? Like white hot, or now you wait till he kind of like is on a milk cart and not showing up? Oh no, now let's have him go for titles. What are you doing? Why did you do it when he was organically over 125% anyone else on the roster? You screwed him out of 2 Money in the Banks. You didn't put the strap on because he ran to Roman during the Bloodline era. And now you want to put him on Raw after SummerSlam. Now it looks like he's going for a belt. So it's like Rusev, okay, let him go out there, do the Sheamus thing for 3 months. Cool, we'll do that. Then we'll push him up to the Intercontinental. No, by then people are over it. Like we don't want anything to do with it.
Right.
We're done. Get this guy out of here.
Yeah,
It's
I think
just,
they were afraid to pull the trigger, to be honest, with
I,
LA
th- I,
Knight.
th- I
I
think they
think
have no choice. I mean,
The Jey Uso thing, I think, scared them. Everybody calls it the experiment, and it failed, and
yeah,
which
Big
is
Mike,
sad because
big,
I love Jey Uso, and I think that but he just needs some more work on mostly on the mic, in order to really capture or be a champion presence, if you know, again, for lack of a better term.
no, I agree.
Um, I mean, he could be a great champion. He just needs some improvement. They pulled the trigger on him too soon because he is a crowd favorite. And I think now they're a little gun shy. So they've been dragging their feet on LA Knight because he's getting the pop, but it's starting to fade,
Because of them.
Yeah, because they're
That's what I mean.
waiting too long.
That's what I'm saying. If you're Paul, well, I don't know. People aren't really cheering. If I'm LA, I'm like because of you, D bag. Like that's you. Like you've been waiting 3 years for me. I've been here. I've been out here. What are we doing? And the thing
Right.
is with LA Knight, he can wrestle. The pop is
Mhm.
there.
Oh, yeah.
He's good on the mic. Like he has all everything what you need. It's just a victim. Me and Mike talked about this too. It's a victim of circumstance. Like he was white hot, but he ran into the Bloodline storyline. They weren't taking the belt off of Roman. You kidding me? Like it wouldn't. They couldn't. But the plan was always Mania, Cody, the story, all that stuff. Like there was no way. So, well, we'll see what happens. But tonight obviously was I think a push in the right direction for LA Knight. And the same thing I think
Mhm.
Nick just brought it up too. Do they do a stip as far as those two, or do they form a tag team? I think it's one of those things. And I can't remember this far back. I apologize with Cesaro. Hi Claudio. With Cesaro and Bruce. Sheamus and I can't remember if it was like if I can't beat you, we'll tag up. If they made that stipulation, or if they just kind of beat the hell out of each other in the 7, and they were like, "What are we doing? Let's just go for." And they kind of like formed the tag team. I can't remember the actual thing. Nick, if you remember, let me know. But I can't remember if it was one of those things where if I can't beat you, I'll tag with you. This kind of thing. So, um, but yeah. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting this couple weeks. Obviously, with Sammy and Rusev, we'll see when Sammy gets involved and what happens going into Clash. Then we get man, I'm telling you, man, Waller can't catch a break, dude. He's with Austin Theory. Man, this man is so good in the. I watched him at NXT for so long, and he's so good at what he does. But he's just putting these stupid storylines. So New Day is still mourning losing their Raw World Tag Team Championship, I should say. I apologize. And it's just like, bro, what are we doing? And then here comes Grayson Waller. Hi, mates. And I don't know whatever Grayson was wearing. Don't do it. Don't do that again. Don't wear that. No, don't no. Save that for like Ricky Saints. You put that down to NXT. You don't do that. No, don't wear that. Don't
It
do
looks
that.
like I was gonna say something. This looks like something he'd find in my closet.
Yo, I thought he just got out of his second job. I was like, oh, did you just make it for the tapings, bro? I know where you came from. Don't lie to me. I see what you're wearing, bro. That thing is sheer. I see you. Okay. All right, man. He's got out of the Pink Pony Club. That's where I saw him go. He just rolled down from there, baby. But no, seriously, I was like, what the? Okay, I'll let that slide. And then obviously he's got a little bit of bravado pushed up by the New Day. So he runs in, he talks over, he calls AP Baldy. He's like, nah, man, you got to give these guys their match. He's like, nah, they can get their match when they earn it. But listen, you want a match? You feeling good? I was just talking to Penta over here. You guys want this? So Penta and Grayson Waller gets yo, the hat. Don't get me started on Daview's hat, bro. That thing was like that. Yeah, that was something out of the Adams Family, bro. That thing was huge, bro.
That thing is insane.
Yo, and that's the funny thing because Woods saw that on like eBay or saw it out. He goes, "I need that. We got to use that in a segment. I need to get that hat," which is why they're so good. So Waller and Penta get inked for tonight. That match goes on a little bit, so that was cool to see. New Day, again, they don't have anything for him, so they're like, okay, we'll go out here, we'll be funny, we'll do our thing because they're great at doing that. That they can get themselves for probably 2 more months doing that whole thing, and it works for them because they're seasoned, they know how to do it. But I can't wait till they get back in the ring and are doing stuff because I'm excited for it.
Did you happen to catch Adam's misstep with Penta's name?
No, I saw the AJ Styles. No, what did he say about?
He he said Pentra.
Oh,
I was
listen,
like, wait a minute, what?
I'm not gonna lie to you. These folks had 2 nights in Jersey, in Norwalk, over at MetLife. I was there for one. I'm beat. I can just imagine these guys are so tired. Now again, you're on TV. You gotta hit your spot. But I can imagine they're a little tired.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
So it's just like, oh, okay. Like, so, but yeah, I caught the AJ Styles, AJ Lee when I went. Oh, AJ Lee. Hello. What are we doing? What?
Yeah, you're not the only one that got excited about that.
I was like, wait, why is she in your brain, bro? What are you talking about her for? Uh-oh. Like, what are we doing?
You got another one returning.
Don't play with my emotions, man. I met there was such a long line, such a long line in Long Island when I met her, and I wanted to be like, listen, I'm not out here dating, but like, is there a possibility? Like, I want to be like, at any point, AJ, do you think at some point, but I didn't get a chance to ask her, but I'm hoping against hope that she comes back. I don't care. Give me a one-off. I don't care. Give me a 2-week run, cut a couple promos, and that's it. Boom, she's good. I'm good
And
for that.
she's the one that's married to Punk, right?
Correct. That's right. That's why Phil's winning at life. Yeah. She looks amazing. Like, I'm not even trying to be weird about it. She's built like an MMA fighter. She looks amazing. She got a 6-pack. And not that I'm saying that's what you need to be, but it's just like from what AJ was when we saw her on TV, like she looks great. She turned it all around. She's all about fitness. She's all like a very motivational person, like very big stuff. So that's cool to see. But yeah, she's a great person. And awesome to meet her in person, sweetheart. So hopefully she comes back at some point. That would be great to see because she's a great wrestler too. She's always been good. So, the first time we get to see this Sheamus Rusev stuff going on, we got Charlotte and Alexa walking in the back, kind of talking about the tag belts and their wins. And here comes Rusev and Sheamus beating the hell out of each other, going down, beating into them. Like, okay, that's cool. They continue on their way. They continue on their way to the ring to talk. Yeah, I can tell you, it's gonna go. These guys, it's gonna be in the bar. I'm telling you, it's gonna be those two eventually being a tag. It's gonna be wild. Then we talk into, and I'm gonna tread lightly with this. I'm gonna tread lightly real quick. I'm gonna talk about it for 5. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes on this show. And then next time I'm gonna talk about it is on Wednesday on my weekend wrestling. We go to Michael Cole. We go to Corey Graves. We talk about Cole talking to Nick Khan and Paul Levesque, Triple H, in regards to the return that we had last night at MetLife Stadium. I lost my voice. A lot of other people were very shocked as well. Brock Lesnar has made his return to the WWE. He made it last night at SummerSlam. according to Michael Cole, obviously it need to be talked about on television. If you're living under a rock and you're watching this show, you probably have an idea of when I say Brock Lesnar, it brings an emotion one way or the other for you. And obviously, if you read the internet, there's other things going on as well. So the way they're playing it on TV is a couple weeks ago, Nick Khan and Triple H apparently reached out to Brock Lesnar. Hey, man, it's time to come home. They brought him back, and here we are. Obviously, it's going to be a John Cena Brock Lesnar series because John's retiring, and those two need to have one more match in lieu of kind of tying up the loose ends and closing all the circles of John Cena and his rivalries for all these years. But now we're at 3 minutes. Your thoughts as far as Brock Lesnar coming back? You can say whatever you want. Don't worry about it. It's totally cool. It's your honest opinion as far as him coming back and being in the WWE at SummerSlam, and now obviously a storyline moving on with John Cena in the next couple months.
Okay.
Go nuts.
Well, first, I'm gonna say, to be fair, I am not familiar with Brock Lesnar's work as a wrestler.
Mhm.
He wrestled before I started watching again. But when he came back, because Vinny had been saying that he was gonna come back. I think it was Vinny.
And he's been saying that for about 6 months. So just so
Right.
you know, he finally got right one time. He
Yeah.
finally he finally got the squirrel got the nut. The blind squirrel finally found it. I'm sorry. I love you, Vinny. No disrespect. I texted him as soon as it happened. I sent him the video. Anyway,
Mhm.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. Um, so yeah, after when he showed back up and then I saw Threads went nuts.
It was
Threads
nuts.
has been a mess all day,
Mhm.
and people, especially the WWE threads, people talking about canceling their Peacock, canceling
Each other.
Netflix, just it's all just opting out of WWE, and then also saying, and we're not gonna. I'm unsubscribing or unfollowing anybody that promotes WWE. Blah 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 blah
Mhm.
blah. So that
Mhm.
impacts us.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what is going on? So I went and I did a little research. Now, I also want to say before I say what I'm going to say, I am a multiple time sexual assault survivor. Um, this subject is very hot button with me.
Mhm.
Very hot button. Um, and from what I've read just today, uh, the only thing this man is guilty of is a disgusting video, receiving a disgusting video and using a and calling a woman or the woman a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been called a bitch. I actually thank people for calling me a bitch. So,
I
I
know.
don't
I know plenty of females like that too. I do. I know. They love that. Like, thank you. I'm like, there you go. I like that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I like
It's
that.
it's like that means I'm doing my job,
There you go.
because we have to be anymore to protect ourselves.
Mhm.
And I think he's not gonna be back for long. He's here because John wants him here.
Mhm.
He's here because he wants to close the story. Let him do it. Let him get it over with and let him go on his way.
Yeah.
He TKO, I don't know much about them, but they are a big corporation. They make a lot of money.
Conglomerate. Conglomerate.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
make they make a lot of money off of what they do.
Mhm.
They are not going to risk consciously risk their money.
Yeah.
So he had to have been completely cleared of legal wrongdoing. So I think it's a bit of an overreaction from the IWC. He's okay. Yeah, fine. He's a crappy person. He's a disgusting person. That's outside of the ring.
Yep.
And he who must not be named is no longer in the picture.
You can use his initials, but we don't use his name. I don't want to get canceled. We don't use his
Yeah.
name.
No, that yeah, that name will never be spoken on my podcast either.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Um, so, yeah, he's not in the picture. So, let Brock do his thing. Let Brock do what he came to do. Don't cancel WWE because you're taking out Brock Lesnar's disgusting act
Mhm.
or preference or whatever you
Yep.
want to call that thing. Um,
Yep.
and punishing all of these great other people. You're punishing all of your favorite wrestlers. You're punishing the people who pay them. You're
Yep.
punishing the other people like us. What did we do that we deserve punishment?
I did nothing. I
Exactly,
just showed up, man. I
exactly.
just talk wrestling.
It's not that it is not that serious. If it were, I would be the loudest one. I would. I mean, you don't know me that well, but I'm sure you've seen some of my posts.
Oh, I know you would. No, you
I
don't have to
am
convince me. I know you
very
would.
vocal. I
I know
am
you would.
very vocal about this. Very vocal. Um, but not everything is a cancelable offense,
Yeah.
no
And
matter
I mean,
how gross.
it's pretty gross. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's man. I could never imagine saying. Anyway, that's not my bag. Listen, I'm just saying that's not me.
But
But first
I'll
of all,
hop off my soapbox about that
no,
now.
no, no. Listen, no, no, no. That's why I want to talk about it. I think we're doing it respectfully and just having some opinions about it. And first of all, I appreciate you sharing that with us. That's not something that's easy to talk about. I get that. It's not. And the only thing I'm going to say is refer to my ex. That sounded really weird. Refer to my Twitter, my ex post,
Mhm.
and what I talked about. All I'm going to say is this. I'm I'm a restaurant general manager, I'm a podcaster, I'm a father. Like, I raise kids. I'm not a lawyer. All right. And at the end of the day, whatever side you're on, whether it's oh my God, or oh my God, I love Brock Lesnar. All I'm saying is keep the energy because it's going to come out eventually, whatever it is in a court of law. It's going to be, hey, he did this, or nope, he's absolved of everything he did. And to your point, it's it's one of those things where it's like I don't understand why everyone needs the canceling thing. It's just like, what does that do for you? I don't get it. I just you're just everyone else is suffering because of the way you feel because it's not an opinion you have, and that is your God given right that you can feel any way you want, good or bad about it. It's fine. But at the end of the day, I think the point you made is the one I used. If VKM was there, as close as I get, that's the closest we get to that. Is this even this? If VKM was still in charge, he brought him back. I would be like, he doesn't care the way he wants the money because he likes the controversy. He likes that. People tune in. Oh, they're talking about it. He likes that. Ari Emanuel, four people on that board: Ari Emanuel, Nick Khan, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and Paul Levesque. Those four people have to answer the stockholders. You don't think after last night, let's see, that show got over what? 10:30, 10:15? I wasn't paying attention because I was losing my mind. But when it went off the air, you don't think this morning Ari woke up and got into his office and had 55 emails from stockholders? Why is this guy? Who is this guy? What am I
Right.
reading? What is this guy back in your company? What are we doing? Ari Emanuel, take it all the way. Take WWE, take Paul, take everyone you want to talk crap about. Look at Ari Emanuel and TKO that runs UFC. These gents, like you just said, and you made the point exactly, you hit the nail on the head. They're not going to risk the name tarnishing UFC and TKO just to have a wrestler come out for WWE for a little bit. They are smart individuals. They have so much more information, are able to get to so many more things that we see a minuscule amount of on IWC and on the internet. These are business people. They run $1 billion conglomerate. Yeah, that's my point. That's been my point ever since day one. If he ever came back, somewhere, there's a piece of paper, there's a lawyer, there's a judge that talked to Ari Emanuel and said, "Nah, this guy's clean. There's nothing going on. You can use him if you need to," and that's what it is. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't care either way, man. If it comes out, I like Brock Lesnar back in the day, man. I was there in '03 in Boston when he won the Royal Rumble, when he started on his whole climb to become what he was. It was great. It was cool. It is what it is. If he's guilty, he's not guilty. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. It doesn't affect my job. Doesn't affect my family. Doesn't affect my life. I mean, it's on him what he does, and it's on WWE and TKO to deal with that if it comes out a different way. At the end of the day, I'm a big John Cena fan, and him and John Cena going back one more time to run it back to close it out before he retires, I think is great for me. It's going to be a great rivalry, and not for nothing, he's going to have eyes on it. Unfortunately, not for the right reasons, but it should because him and John Cena put on cinema, and it's going to be tarnished. It sucks for John because this is going to be tarnished because of everything else going on. Um, but I, for one, can tell you I'm excited in the ring. I'm excited to see what those two can do. So, yeah. But good
And you
point.
gotta think though, and we've already seen how much the WWE values the fans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and not just the stockholders, but the fans. They listen to the fans. They tried to release our truth, and the fan base went nuts. They were very
Crazy.
loud and very, very, very um, vocal about him. They love him. We love him. I love him.
I
I
love
love
our.
our
I love.
truth.
I've been a Ron Killings guy since TNA, man. I love
Right.
that man. He's
He
great.
he cracks me up. I just love him. He makes me
He's
if
a
you
funny
can make
dude.
me laugh, I'm good. And he is one that always makes me laugh every time I see him. Him and Joe Hendry. All I gotta do is see Joe Hendry's entrance and I'm grinning from ear to ear or giggling.
Joe does some awesome jokes, man. He has some great shtick. I love him. He's awesome, man.
Yeah, I love the funny characters. I think it takes away from the brutality of the
The
violence.
seriousness.
Um so, you know, and they brought him back because the fans wanted him.
Hmm.
And if Karrion Cross leaves WWE, it's going to be Karrion Cross's decision, I think, because WWE is going to try to keep him. Why? Because we want him.
They better keep trying. Now, from what I'm hearing, it's not good.
Yeah, that's what I heard too, and
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
not
good. It's not
liking
good.
that. But that again is probably Karrion's decision, not WWE's,
Yeah, I agree with
because
that.
we have already said what we want. They still in the arenas they're saying we want Cross. So they've shown us that they care how we feel. So, if there was something to worry about or something that would harm them in any way in our eyes, I don't think they'd do that either. And so I think it's fine. I think, you know, Brock's not cancelable. He's cleared. Just let him do it. Just let him do what they hired him to do.
That's it. Like I said, come in, come out, whatever the contract is, do the job to John. John's probably gonna win that.
You don't
Yeah.
have to like him, you don't have to
Nope.
respect him, but he didn't do anything to warrant him losing his livelihood.
Yeah.
He's close to
I just hope.
retirement anyway.
Yeah.
Just let him
I,
do it.
that was when they announced, and it was very convenient. Um, I know we talked about 5 minutes. We're going like 10 minutes now, but
Yeah,
no, but that's fine.
sorry.
It's fine. I'm with it. No, I'm with it. Don't worry about it. There's no time limits here. You see me and Mike on Fridays. We just keep going. Um, no, so it's not a coincidence that Brock Lesnar's come back and they've announced that SummerSlam 2026 is in Minneapolis, Minnesota. That I can guarantee you. I can't afford that. I can't fly out there. I can guarantee you that's probably Brock's last match. Whatever happens, whether he's around for the next year, coming in, kind of weaving in and out, whatever obviously happens in the trial, blah, 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 whatever. Minneapolis SummerSlam 2026 is the last time you see Brock Lesnar in a WWE in a wrestling ring in general. That man doesn't like people. He is he's very solid, very much in a bubble of solitude. It's Sable, it's his daughter. That's it. He wants to go kill deer, eat, just hang out, do his thing. Doesn't want to do any of this. The money's good for him. Obviously, he takes care of his family, but he doesn't like doing it. He's like seeing people, doesn't do event. He doesn't do signings. He'll never do any of that stuff. Doesn't do any of that. But he came back for this, like you said. I think John Cena was like, "Bro, come on, man, can we run
Boy,
it
did
back
you get in the
one
wrong
time?"
business.
No, but it didn't happen until maybe half. It's a long story.
Yeah.
It didn't happen until halfway through, and he was like, "I don't like this. What I don't like this. I don't want to deal with people. Like this is weird. I don't know." And it was one of those things. But he's eating very good with this business. They've taken care of him. He was a great thing back in the. He was the next big thing back in the day. Still is. I mean, great wrestler. But I think this is like you said. John called. He said, "Listen, can we?" Or I'm sure went to somebody. He's like, "Can we run it back with Brock?" Like that's it's all the hits. Like if you keep looking at everyone he's getting Brock is such a big piece of the history for a good 2-3 years, and they're back and forth for the belt. So, the last thing I'll say about it, and we'll move on. Again, to your point, um, stockholders and just knowing what fans want. You have to understand. Say what you want about anybody in upper management in WWE. Triple H, Paul Levesque has $3 at home. He also has his wife, Stephanie McMahon, he has to answer to. And obviously, we saw what happened with VKM. Stephanie was exactly very happy about it. They're estranged. It sucks. Paul is not going to go home and look at Stephanie and go, "Oh, we're bringing Brock back." Like, no, wait, what? Like, again, it's been clear through the channels. Ari, I'm sure Nick Khan, Dwayne, I'm sure had a hand in it, and obviously Paul Levesque. I think all had made sure everything was good. Coast is clear. Okay, let's bring him back.
Yeah.
So, but again, I
It
don't
was
think if
talked
I'm Paul,
about
if
to
I'm
death,
Triple
I
H,
guarantee
I'm
it.
not going home until Stephanie. Oh yeah,
Okay.
but again, I'm pretty sure if I was a fly on the wall, the way Stephanie acted with everything with her dad and leaving the board and leaving the company, I can imagine like before he goes, listen, everything's good. Before I tell you this, everything's fine. Like Steph, listen, it's okay. Hear me out. Let me tell you something. Hold on, wait. Like, but again, I would, as someone who watches it, I have two daughters. Okay, so as someone who watches this product, PG, what it is, it's garnered to kids. I was at SummerSlam last night. I sat behind me. I had a kid that was dressed. Looked like John Cena. He had the headband. This is what they do to bring this man back. Obviously, the allegations are going to be what they're going to be, and people are going to talk. Again, your point, 100% on the nail on the head. There's no way that they bring him back, throw his name everywhere, and then it comes out, oh, this is what he did. So again, we got to see what he see. We got to wait and see what happens either way. But I think WWE being the conglomerate they are with TKO, I think they kind of know a little bit more than what we do, especially the IWC. So, all right, moving on to some cool stuff. Anyway, we'll need to be talked about. I just didn't want
We're
to not
talking
talk about.
wrestling. It's all cool.
That's it, baby. No, I want to get out of the way and talk about. I'm gonna talk a little bit more on weekend wrestling on Body Slam, but I just wanted to talk about it tonight a little bit. Obviously, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss come out. I love this character. I love the characters. I love this dynamic of the big sister, little sister. Like, you're annoying, get away from me. And it just builds every week. I love it. Some people don't like it. I like it. I like the just feeding off of each other. They're trying to do the shtick of finishing each other's sentences. Work on that a little bit. But when they get that down, that's awesome. I love what they're doing. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
I
awesome
love
stuff.
those two together. I really, really do.
I
Most
love it.
fun women's tag team I've seen.
Yeah.
I just love them, and I hope they stay together for a long time because again, with the comic relief, like you said, the dynamic is phenomenal. It's hysterical, and you can't help but kind of, like giggle whenever the two
It's
of them are on
funny.
screen. I gotta admit though, my favorite moment was, of course, when Miss Flair had her pom pom.
I know
That
she's like,
was
do it, do the thing. And she's like,
it
for
was
me, so
awesome.
far it was when Alexa was she was out in her entrance like this, and Alexa's like hello, and she had to move, and she's like get out of here, you robot out of my way, and she like, hits her with the pom pom with the top of the head. Like those two are awesome. I love it, and I feel like
It's
knowing
awesome.
Charlotte too, she's one out. She and maybe in a good way. She's out there probably ad libbing some stuff, and Alexa's just running with it. Like
Yeah.
those two seem to be good with that. So obviously they're out there. Charlotte's flexing as far as well. If it's Flair math, so I won how many championships? About 13 times. How many did you win? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's fine. I have enough. We're good. Judgment Day makes their way down to the ring. Obviously, these young ladies just lost their belts this past Saturday. Um, they want their rematch. They go obviously they're going back and forth. Everything's going down. They want a match, so they're gonna get their match tonight in Brooklyn. Great match, great stuff.
Mhm.
I think Raquel and Rox, we've talked about it in a couple of shows. Me and Mike talked about it. They've done great. They've gotten so much better together. Vinny keeps bringing it up. I know Matt Trigger brings it up as far as the Kevin Nash tweet at Raquel. You got to wrestle big. Stop wrestling small. You're bigger. You're a bigger female, and she has, and she looks amazing doing it. Her and Rox are a great tag team. On the flip side of that, Charlotte and Alexa are just as good. Great at what they do, man. They're a great tag team. These four really put on a great show tonight. I love it. Again, take all the slapstick stuff away, but in the middle, at the end of the day, great stuff. And obviously, they retain their belts with a Sister Abigail from Alexa Bliss. Yeah, great match. Your thoughts as far as those two teams and what we got tonight on Raw?
Well, first I wanna say, this sounds weird because Raquel came again, another wrestler I was not familiar with. She came back shortly after I started watching, I think, and teamed up with Liv, and I
Mhm.
never really felt like they were a good match, Liv and Raquel. Mm, I don't know why, it just felt like the chemistry was off between the 2. Now, Raquel and Roxy, that's a whole different animal there. There
Mhm.
is chemistry there. I think they are a good match. I think, um, the kind of awkwardness is part of the work. It's because, you know, Roxy is taking Liv's place,
Yep.
and so
Exactly.
it's supposed to be uncomfortable because Raquel is in this, like between a rock and a hard place. She wants to, well,
Or a
no one.
rock in a hard place. Sorry,
Yeah.
I had you. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all cool.
Please don't
And
leave. Please don't leave, anybody. Please, please stay. Don't leave.
we got plenty of dad jokes, just, chill.
There's more coming. Don't worry.
Just brush them off. Um, no, I do. I think it's because, the character there, she's supposed to be portraying that she's uncomfortable, because her best friend is injured and she's being forced to work with this other woman who is trying to take her best friend's place.
Hmm.
So I think it's working. I think the awkwardness works into the story. But when it comes down to chemistry, they're great. Um, and we already talked about how I feel about Charlotte and Alexa, and I've got one. I want to add one more little thing. Um, when Charlotte came back, I wasn't sure about her. I haven't been sure about her
Nobody
since she
was.
came back.
Nobody was.
I wasn't quite sure why she was being booed. I figured that had to do with something that happened before I started watching.
Hmm.
But she just never really. I don't know. I just never really took to her as a single.
Right.
But when her and Alexa started interacting and leading up to the tag team, I was like, "Wait a minute." I was started to see more of her personality, and I
Hmm.
liked it. And it is her personality because I follow her on Instagram, and I've seen her little reels.
Yeah.
So it
This
is
is
her,
this is the most we've ever seen of the actual Charlotte Flair, I think, ever of her wrestling in WWE.
and I like her.
Hmm.
I do. I like her, and I like personable people. You can be a heel and still be personable.
Right.
But she just was very stiff and standoffish when she first came back, and now she feels more natural and more herself, in my opinion. And it just works. And they did do a great job. I was into that match from the first move. Um, but yeah, I was loudly cheering when Alexa intercepted Roxy.
Yep. It was
And
no. It was yeah. It was good.
yeah, I was sitting there, on the edge of my seat going, "Do it, baby, do it." The Sister Abigail to me is like a thing of beauty. Absolutely.
And the fact that she made it her own too, like she put the
Mhm.
little spin on it, which is awesome. Like somewhere Bray's happy about it because it's such a great move, man. It really is. It's devastating. You hit that on someone for real life, yeah, it's gonna be a bad day for you. Like it's
Oh,
a bad move.
right.
It's a
Yeah,
badass move.
it is. But that match was, I can't say enough about it. It was awesome. The 4 of them together have great chemistry too, um, in the ring. So, I just yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I wanna see more of it, but not the same 4.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't do that. They'll start running
Not
back best of
well, I
seven between
said
those four,
not
man.
the
Don't do
same
that. Don't
4.
do that. Oh no. Oh. Well, I think we talked about on the prediction show. I can't remember if it was if maybe I said it. I don't know if it was you, whoever it was, but I think I did say it. I don't know who did. Anyway, someone talked about it. Them winning these belts. I feel like they're going to go all over the brands. Like
Mm,
you might see them tomorrow night. Maybe you see them on Friday. Hell, maybe they take it to TNA. Like I think they're going to go everywhere because they want. If there's such a 180 from what Judgment Day has done, and nothing against Rox or Raquel, but
right.
people again. It sucks because sometimes you get played out because of what they're in. So Judgment Day, are like, oh my god. over and over. Judgment Day, we get it. So now Charlotte and Alexa are like, yay! Now we put them all over TV. People are like, oh wait, Judgment Day doesn't have the belts anymore. Oh wait a minute. So one of those things. I think they maybe not next week, maybe not this week, but next week they show up at NXT. Maybe they're on Friday night. You see them in the background doing something, making a match for next week. But I think they start taking the belts all across the board because I mean it's Charlotte Flair and Alexa. What else are they gonna do? Like just have them go. Charlotte loves that. Put Charlotte every show of the week. She's happy as a clam. Every show. Yeah, let's go. I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Maybe next week she'll say the F word. We'll see what happens, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, out of the couple matches we had tonight, and again, one of those episodes where we had not a lot of matches, and some of them were. This match was definitely top. Obviously, again, with the main event being number one, but it was definitely a 1A match this evening. Those four girls left in the ring. It was awesome. Love watching them.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of the young ladies, we go back. We got Rio. Wow. Rhea. First of all, Rio's a wrestler. First of all, listen, I wasn't wrong. It's just not wrong company. Rhea, Io, and Asuka in the back, all talking about what transpired last night. First of all, shout out to Naomi, Rhea, and Io, man. What a match I got to watch last night. The triple threat ladies. Wow. Man, wow.
Phenomenal.
Oh, my God. And to see it, my God. The Rhea entrance, people, they pipe in something. No, people pop for that music, man. That it hits, it's over. It's a wrap. You're like, oh, my God, it's loud. It's wild. But anyway, shout out to those three. Awesome match last night. Glad I got to see it in person. But these guys are talking. Obviously, Rhea is like, listen, I respect you as a champion. I want you to go and I want you to beat Naomi because I want to finally beat you and take this belt off. And I don't think anyone could have pulled this off more than Io to cutely look at Rhea and say, you're never going to beat me. And give her the smile of the decade. And the dude, no, Rhea was almost like Rhea was gonna crack. Like she was like, like come on. Only Io could have done that. The way she did it with her voice and the look was awesome.
They are adorable too together. I see reels of those two all the time backstage, and I'm just like, what?
Oh, they're doing crazy TikToks too.
Right? They would. I think they would be a cute tag team too, but I would prefer Rhea to tag with Stephanie myself. But I think honestly that's the way this is going to go down because everybody is waiting for Rhea to get the belt back.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's her story. That is her whole story is around getting that belt back, and she needs to beat Io. It's like I'm not like a bucket list thing, I guess. She has to finally be able to beat her. So I think that's exactly how it's going to come down. Io maybe getting the belt, and then Rhea beating her and taking it. I think that's how the story has to end. But that's just my opinion, and I don't work for WWE.
The thing with Naomi, the thing with this Naomi title run is, first of all, she's done such an amazing job. She bet on herself, and she's knocked it out the park. She's always had that it. The glow just wasn't. I think it ran dry a little bit, and people are like, "No, we get it. You're great. We want to see you be a badass." And the way she did it with the Bianca story and the Jay storyline, like it was awesome. And the crappy thing is, obviously, like I talked about a couple times, I did not know this was her last run before starting a family with her and John, aka Jimmy Uso. So this is like her big last hurrah before starting a family and all that other stuff. But it's so hard. Like, where do you take the belt off of her? Because I honestly, man, I don't want to see her lose the belt anytime soon. I want to ride this WrestleMania. Like, I love me some Naomi, man. Like, I love the joke she cracked on Stephanie tonight was I'm like, what did you just say? Like, are you serious? You just said that? What? Okay. Like, I love it. And it's like, again, someone that you see, and, you know, if Vinny was here, he'd tell you the same thing. Like, when I was growing up, the biggest thing with like The Rock, Austin, Triple H, when you look at them now and you see these interviews that they do, we all know Dwayne is actually the best example because we all know Dwayne. So you see Dwayne Johnson when he does XFL and he's like doing the Zoa thing, Terramana, right? You go back and you watch what he used to do as a wrestler. All it was Dwayne with the volume turned all the way up. Austin is a redneck hick, and you'll admit that. No disrespect to that. Who likes to swear, drink beer, F everybody. That was what you saw on TV with the volume turned up. This Naomi character is what you get when you're at home with her and John at home, just chilling, hanging out, shooting the breeze. and having some drinks. This is her, but it's turned up for TV, doing the whole diva. I'm telling you, that's when you get the best quality wrestler and their personas and anything we see. Like I that's and I say all that is I just do not want to see Naomi lose this, but to your point, it has to end with Rhea getting that belt back. The story has to get the EO has to get that she has to get EO off her back because that's the monkey off her back.
Mhm.
So I totally agree with that. It has to end that way. Do we ride it to Mania? I don't know. That's a long. I keep thinking it's only the second week of August. That's a long way to go, man. Like I'm like that's 6 months.
Yeah, we don't know the time frame. We don't know that um what her well, I don't wanna call it a quit date, but
Well,
we don't
kind of, I
know.
guess. I mean,
Yeah, they've never given a time frame, so it's very possible that this could go to WrestleMania because WrestleMania is in April. That's not too far away. They give her a nice long title run, have her drop
I
the
like it.
belt to EO or some yeah, no, maybe before WrestleMania
I feel
because I'm thinking EO
EO
and
Rhea
Rhea
is gonna be maybe yeah. Yep.
you know, yeah,
Maybe
running it.
Rumble or Elimination Chamber or something. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because I honestly think the Rhea is probably gonna get the belt back at WrestleMania. Because isn't that where she lost it?
Y-
I could be wrong
No,
about
she
that.
lost. She lost it on Raw to EO with
Oh,
Bianca, quote unquote, interfering. But people were like that was the thing, the long term storytelling. Everyone's like, why did she just lose it to Rhea on regular TV? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, why did she lose it to EO on regular TV? And then oh, because she's never beat EO. And that's the story as we go on and on. So
yeah.
yeah, that'd be,
Somehow WrestleMania, uh, I think it works into the story.
yeah, absolutely. I'm here for it.
The big stage. They want these kinds of to wrap these kinds of stories up on the big stage. So I really think that WrestleMania is gonna be where Rhea reclaims that belt.
EO EO beats no because Rhea just win Royal Rumble 2 years ago? I can't remember. I'm thinking she either wins the Rumble or Elimination Chamber and punches her ticket to Mania, and EO has the belt
Mhm.
at that point, and those two kind of go at it. So
Right.
we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
that was my thought too. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, sure, I got you. Great. Me and Mike say it all the time. Great minds think alike. Listen, we
Yep.
start sharing a brain. I'm telling you. Becky and Lyra, we get them real quick in the back, and this is kind of a sending off process. Obviously, Lyra now can no longer challenge for the Intercontinental Championship after her interference with her and Becky. Yeah, so that was kind of a little weird, like kind of separating the two of them for a little bit. Bailey still, I feel like I don't know what's going on with Bailey, man. She's out here just floating in the water. I know they're doing like they have the thing going on with her and Lyra. Now that's kind of done. Isn't really going for the title belt. We'll talk about that segment in a minute. The Nikki belt, yo, I cannot wait to talk about this segment. I cannot wait. Yeah, so we have that. So we'll see what happens with these two young ladies as we move on. Um, but yeah, Lyra and Bailey kind of float out there in a little bit of obscurity after her loss last night at SummerSlam, but I'm sure they'll bounce back pretty well, and it'll be some good stories for both of them. So then we go to I'm gonna fly through this match. Dominic Mysterio, Dragon Lee, cool match. You gotta tell me we got not one, not two. We got ourselves a triple shot of Grande Americano. What are we doing,
Yeah.
man? Come on.
So, apparently Chad Gable is cleared to go back to work? I don't know, I couldn't get a
No,
really
it's
good look at him.
I was doing some obviously when this happened, I threw it up and I did some research. It makes a lot of sense. Um, if those are watching this, I don't want to spoil anything, so now's the time to mute it and turn off. Um, back in the day, Ludwig Kaiser had a thing with Pete Dunne, and that's why we kind of get Pete Dunne being the one he was last week. Well, now
Mhm.
we have a third one. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, our tag team. They've been in obscurity for months. Now it looks like Now it looks like Kaiser is building up a little faction with the three of them being all mass luchas. This is silly as hell. Listen, I'm here for like funny stuff. I think like man,
I just think it's ridiculous.
if they have man, there's a lot of times people say things and they got to walk it back. I don't mean this 100%, but if I got to tune into some PL, it better happen on Raw. if I got tuned into a PLE and see a fatal four way of Americanos for who the Grand man, that's some VKM stuff. That's literally some like El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano. Like what? No, don't do that. Put that on like the WWE Dark. Don't put that on TV. Do that at Speed or something. But yeah, it's Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. They're gonna be a little henchmen for the new Grande Americano, which is Ludwig Kaiser. Chad's not gonna be back. I think till the Rumble. They're saying, which sucks. But I think
Oh,
that's gonna be a
wow.
blow off of Chad kind of beating the hell out of all the quote unquote. Oh, I know it'll be a Grande Americana gauntlet, and Chad has to beat all of them as they all come down. Dude, I'm telling you, this is such a wild storyline at this point.
I'm
Um,
to be honest, I'm over it.
Same. I'm done.
I
It was
I
Chad could have killed it. It's like okay, he left. You should have been like, oh, I don't know why he was gone for so long. I think Grande took a vacation. Like, don't give it to Ludwig. Like, what are we doing? I don't know.
yeah, they should I mean, I get the entertainment value when they first initially introduced him, and I would have let it run for a few weeks, maybe a month, have him show up and wreak havoc like he was doing,
Right.
and then unmask him and be
Please,
done with it.
please unmask him.
This is overkill. This is beyond overkill to
Oh,
have
so bad.
now we basically have 4 El Grande Americanos, 1 that's injured and recovering,
The
and
OG, the
the
OG
OG,
Americano.
yeah, the OG is
Oh, man.
injured, so you got
Oh,
these other
man.
3 yahoos, and I guess what's ridiculous is if they wanted to really make this work, they should have had multiple men of the same of similar builds, similar, coloring, so you could pull off the, the identity thing.
Right.
No one would be able to figure out who's who. Here, I don't even really have to guess. I never had to guess.
We
I
know
lo
which one. We know which one's Ludwig. We know which
when
one that one is.
I knew it was Chad Gable when I saw him the first one, and
Right.
then when he got injured and they brought in the other one, and he's, like, a head taller than the original, I'm like, "Well, that's Ludwig Kaiser. Why?"
No, who are these two guys?
And then no, no, no who. As soon as I saw that 3rd one, I said, "Well, that's Pete Dunne. He can go somewhere, to be honest. I'm
Yeah.
over him too." But,
Mhm.
he's just boring. Um and now I don't know who Tyler Bate is, but I'm sure I'm gonna get a crash course in who that is very soon.
They were a huge tag team in WWE. I'm sorry, in NXT UK. For the longest time, they're part of Mustache Mountain. It was a big faction. Then when they defunct that and they brought all the NXT, those two were Pete. Tyler Bate is a small dude. He's like 5'2". Excuse me.
Uh,
He can wrestle his ass off though. He's great. Him and Pete
yeah,
are amazing.
I
Um,
used to be 5'2". I'm
remember those
only
days.
I'm only 5'1" now. That happens when you get old.
You get older, baby. That's it. Remember when I was like, I'm 5'11"? No, I'm 5'10" now. Damn it. Oh man, every year, every couple of years, it's a 1 inch off. Damn it. So no, I like. It's not. I'm for this because if it builds up Kaiser, does something with this man
Okay.
at the end game.
Mhm.
But like I feel like Chad Gable, knowing Chad Gable, what he does, he's gonna come in, he's gonna come back after being injured. He's like, this gimmick sucks. Who does this? He's just gonna crap all over Grande Americano. He'd be like, who's doing it? Who wears a mask out to the ring? You guys are losers. Like, and just kind of you got to go 180. That was gonna go. Oh, we didn't see that coming. Oh no, I didn't know he was gonna do that. So I really hope that some way Chad, because Chad again needs himself a nice little run when he comes back. Like, so we'll see what happens. Uh, three triple shot of Americano. I'm done.
I would love to see a complete overhaul of Chad's character
Well, they
because
tried. That's what this was
because
supposed to be. And it's like they're
he
still
no,
dropping the ball on him.
what yeah, this isn't good. I don't like
No.
Chad Gable's character at all. He is a fantastic wrestler.
Oh,
I
so
will
good.
not I will give that man his flowers. He is a great wrestler.
Agreed.
He is a joy to watch. But his character sucks. His character is not you can't even sympathize with him. He's a whiny little
Yeah, I
child.
know. But I
And
feel like that's all he always ends up regressing to that in any of his characters, which sucks. And I'm like, he could
mhm,
just he's a badass dude. And again, his wrestling, like you said, like he probably has one of the purest, not in the history, but like right now, he probably has one of the purest wrestling backgrounds of anybody on the roster. Pick a show, and he could like legit get in a ring and probably school your ass, like on just a pickup match. Of like, okay, let's wrestle real quick, like legit wrestling. He'll throw anybody around all day, every day, and it's just it sucks. He keeps going back to this like American Made was good because it was almost like he became like he grew up and became like the guy, and it's like they just couldn't Paul, somebody in the back. Bruce Pitcher wants to rib this guy. Like, let's put a mask on him. Let's make him a lucha. Like, so they can't just leave him alone enough to let him be. Just like, we gotta rib him. We gotta rib him. Make him a lucha. There we go. Like, it's just weird to me,
mhm.
and it sucks because he re-signed that he signed a massive new contract, and I just really hope that at the end of the day, again with WWE right now, it's long-term storytelling. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess we'll see what happens. You gotta wait for your time to come. I guess. Um, Real quick, obviously in the back, they're talking to Sammy about carrying Cross in the match they had on Saturday. Sammy wins, not succumbing to the pressure of using the lead pipe from Scarlett and from Carrion. But Sammy did tell him that this is how I feel. I feel I have a really bad feeling about Carrion because Sammy was like, "I wanted to use it, I did." So Carrion was right then. He was right. You were going to be nefarious about it. You just didn't do it, but you thought it.
Mhm.
It's just like, well, Carrion's in my rearview mirror, and obviously Sheamus and Rusev come flying through, and then he catches a stray, and then we find out it's going to be Sammy and Rusev on Monday night. I guess that's the new route for Sammy moving forward. And real quick on Karrion Cross, you and me talked about it. I heard a little bit. We talked about it on night one after the match. All of Mike, no joke, all joking aside, Big Mike didn't even want to talk about it. That's how upset he was at the match and the outcome. I was pretty
Mhm.
pissed off about it. All of us shared the same sentiment. I think he's done. Um, but I forgot who I don't want to not give credit. It wasn't me. Somebody put somebody up on. Um, I guess they were promoting his book either Saturday night or Sunday night. His merch is still available in the shop. Now his contract does run. Their contract does run out on Saturday at midnight. So maybe they're milking it for what they can. Um, I'd like to think this is a book. This is a book tour write off. He's coming around here actually Massachusetts. I got the book. The book will be here tomorrow. I'm very excited to read Carrion's book. It'll be here tomorrow. It's gonna be a good read for me. Um, and I think this is a book tour write off. That's what I'm hoping because he needs time. He's doing like a 2-3 month book tour, and he's gonna. You want to talk about money? Carrion can charge $25 if you want to. He's still gonna have lines around the block and down the street, around the corner to the next. Like, it's gonna be wild for people meeting him and getting their book signed. So Carrion, the way they're treating about Sammy moving on, it's 50-50 for me right now. But their contracts do light up Saturday at midnight this weekend. Carrion and Scarlett. So here's hoping that this is not goodbye. It's just see you later. And Carrion kind of needs a little time off to go do his thing with the books. People think he didn't resign. He lets it kind of plays it close to the chest, and he makes his comeback in a couple months close to maybe the Royal Rumble. He makes his comeback. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. Your thoughts as far as Carrion Cross and him may or may not coming back to WWE after this past weekend on Saturday.
Oh, man. I don't even wanna think about that.
I
Um,
know it sucks. I know.
he honestly, like I said before, if he leaves, it's gonna be his choice,
Hmm.
and that would kinda really I don't know, I might take that a little personally because I'm a little bit of a fan. I am a fan of
Same.
him as character, and, we've made it all I mean, not me personally, but, the fans have made it known that they want him,
Hmm.
and a lot of them are not gonna follow him if he goes to another promotion. Some are already I mean, if he goes, like I said, to AEW or whatever, some already watch that. So they're gonna be, no worse for the wear, but there's those of us who don't have the ability to watch 4, 5, 6-hour shows on a weeknight. So
Listen, it's an honest day's
it's
work, okay? Listen, no, don't trust me, man. It's an honest day's work.
right. Well, so some of us won't be able to follow him and his fan bases with WWE. So if he chooses to leave, that's kind of like telling well fans like me, who aren't going to follow him, who lack the ability to follow him,
Yeah.
like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. Bye.
Yeah, no,
And
exactly.
that's not exactly a good look. Um, However, I can't begrudge the man for if he's putting um his future first. I get that. Money, exposure. I don't think he's gotten enough exposure with WWE. I think they could have done so much better with him. Just from what I've seen. It's the first time I saw him on the screen, I'm like, "Whoa, who's that?" You know?
Thank you.
And I was drawn in. I think it was, just a black and white promo that they had done. It was before he was actually on or the first time I'd seen him on TV.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm just like, "Wow, this is kinda cool." You know? And, I'm intrigued. And now he might be leaving, so I'm a little upset because then I won't be able to see more of that and feel more connected to that character. Um, of course, what you said about him maybe taking time off for a book tour, I didn't know there was a book tour.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess it's possible, like, you could be very well right that this is leading up to his book tour break. He could sign a new contract, or him and Scarlett. I think both their contracts are up, is that right?
They're both up, yeah. They're both up
Okay.
this weekend, yeah.
So,
They both
they
came
could
back at the
s
same time.
they could sign a new contract by Saturday that gives them enough time off to do the book tour. Um, that could be what the hang up is.
Yeah.
Carrion wants time off to do the book tour, WWE says, "No, the fans want you on TV." So they could be haggling over that a little bit. I don't know. But I sincerely hope that all he's doing is taking a break to do his book tour and that he will return to continue his diabolical mission.
Yeah, no, I mean, a couple of things on all of that. I mean, I go back to the Drew McIntyre stuff when he didn't re-sign and the AEW things are coming out. Drew McIntyre or Drew Galloway is all elite, this, that, and the other. And it comes out like a month later. It's all been all set. He's been signed for a while, and The Rock presents him with his sword and does the whole thing. Like, a kudos to him and acknowledging him, respecting him. If Carrie's probably the one guy, just like you said, very maniacal, very likes his character run a certain way. They could have signed a contract 3 weeks ago. The only people I know that are Carrion, Scarlett, and well, obviously, okay, maybe four people. Nick Khan and Triple H. So four people. No one
Mhm.
else has to know. No one
Right.
else has to know. He sent Triple H and said, "Yeah, hey, we resigned. Don't tell anybody." Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Don't tell anybody. Let everyone just float out there. The second thing I'll say though is a little bit against what you said, but it does make a good point. As far as people not following him, I liken this move, and Vinny's gonna be mad he wasn't on the show. There's callbacks to WCW, and he loves being here when I talk about it. When like Hogan, like Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, when those guys went over and formed the NWO, eyes immediately went from WWE to WCW. Cody, when he left AEW, punched him right in the gut, took a leg out, and went over to WWE. A lot of eyes went back to WWE. Karrion Kross, if he goes to AEW, well, he'd be Killer Cross, back to his actual name when he has the trademark too. Killer Cross. If you were to walk in that front door in Orlando tomorrow and look at Tony Khan, hey, I want to come down here, and Tony's like, well, what did you want to do on TV there? They weren't letting you do. I want to do this, 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 and this. Tony'd be like, all right, go ahead. Here's a mic. Go have fun. Do you? Because that's what they do in the AEW. Nothing against them, but they have a lot of creative control of what they do, and Tony lets it go. I
Mhm.
think Cross is the one guy where people go, oh shit, that's what I wanted to see. He's doing that in AEW. He'd go right to the top. He'd feud with Hangman. He'd feud with Swerve. Him and Swerve actually have beef from years ago in NXT. That's long ago, but it'd be brought up. And I think he's the one guy. He's the Cody, where people go, wait, he's over there now. I'll get Max. I'll subscribe to Max to watch that. They stream it over there. I'll get a streaming service. Karrion could be the one to like, and this is what I think TKO is getting. They're eating too. They're eating too fat. They're sitting too much on their laurels and really feeling too good about themselves to let a talent like this walk away. Now again, you and me say it all the time. I don't know. I don't work there. Okay. I don't write the scripts. I don't sign the checks. I don't know the budget. Someone's got to obviously go at the end of the day. Some people have to leave. But
Mhm.
this guy is over so again, LA Knight, Karrion Cross, one and the same, being organically. We want Knight. We want Cross. And it's almost like they re-signed R-Truth and be like, yeah, we gave you what you wanted. You can't get it every time. And nothing against R-Truth, but man, if you're gonna pick your spot, we want Cross to probably be the movement to re-sign this guy because that's who you're gonna let walk away. Because where's R-Truth? He came back for Cena, had a couple matches, and now I can't find Ron anywhere. He's on a milk carton. Well, why'd you bring him back? Doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So, but again, I don't know. Again, I don't want to talk about both sides of my mouth. It's a business. We just talked about Ari being a businessman. Paul and Nick got to do the same thing, and people got to go. Unfortunately, there's numbers that have to get met, and somebody had to go. And hopefully, it wasn't Cross and Scarlett. But again, I'm sure they're probably next ones to start a family. He's a younger man. He's getting up there. Scarlett is getting up there, you know, and I'm sure they want to start a family, and they're waiting for that next big contract to be signed and be like, okay, well, we're comfy now. We can do this. And if it's not in WWE, Karrion Cross knows his worth. Kevin is, I'm not using his name like we're buddies, but I like to, because it's one of those things. It's like it's a respect thing. Kevin is a smart businessman. He can go to Hollywood. He can go to any federation he wants. He can go overseas, New Japan, anywhere he wants, and he's going to command a disgusting amount of money, which he deserves because he's so good at what he does. And the fact that you brought up that promo, the black and white, his entrance has always been so captivating. Charlotte Scarlett would sing that's her, like, I don't know if it's her singing that. That's never been confirmed, but she mouths it down to the ring, whatever, and do the fall and pray, and he does the thing. It's always been the best talked about entrance ever. That's probably come out of NXT. Um, so I say all that to really just the guy's an enigma, and he really is a generational kind of guy. I know people crap on his wrestling sometimes. He can't do that. We kind of argued a little bit about it on night one. But sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. If you're over that much and maybe you're not the best of the ring, that can be worked on. You cannot ever teach or buy organically being over with fans of a wrestling in a wrestling federation.
Right.
Like the LA Knight thing, the Karrion Cross, R-Truth, all that stuff. It's just you can't force that. Look at
Right.
Roman for years. Oh, it's the big dog. No, we don't want him. Then he comes back as a bad guy. Ooh, we like Roman now. You, you can't you can't feed it to the fans. They don't want it. It's got to make sense to them. And unfortunately, the IWC is fickle. It is what it is. But you got to make it make sense for them. And I'll end it with just like Karrion, man. I hope you're gonna be signing a book tour. I can't reach up here, like in Boston and stuff, man. I really hope you're not done because again, I watch AEW though, so if he does pop up over there, I'm still winning.
Well,
I mean, I'm still watching it. But for TKO, man, if you let this guy go and it's a money thing or somebody's got too big of an ego to admit what he can do, that man's going to change some ratings. I'm not saying he's turning around AEW as a company. I'm not. But that man can
right.
definitely put some more eyes on your product. Probably get a couple more people buying the streaming service, and maybe a couple more people might start tuning if that guy has an AEW World
Yeah.
Championship around his belt. So it's
Well, to be fair, I just meant that.
no,
I
not
mean,
you, not you.
I
I'm saying
knew.
you in
No, I
general.
know
Yeah,
with the fans moving with him and everything
yeah,
that like there's some that are already there. They're already watching AEW,
absolutely, yeah.
and there are some that will go over. Those that can and want to will
Hmm.
follow him. But then there's those of us who, you know, can't.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
get it. Yeah, absolutely.
so I mean, I'm already trying to figure out how I'm gonna squeeze in all the WWE stuff I gotta take in for my podcast. So it's
Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Friday. No,
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 because I'm adding in. We are actually. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't announce this,
no, don't do that.
but
Yeah, don't do that if you don't want to.
no, as we are gonna add in AAA. because
Ooh,
both Autumn and I are very big lucha fans now. We fell in love with the
I love it.
luchadors. I watched the Worlds Collide.
Mm-hmm. Great POV.
Loved
Great
every
POV.
single second of it. I'm very much looking forward to Triple Mania. So, that's I just don't have the time for AEW. So I'm sorry,
Good
Carrie, and if
stuff.
you leave and go to AEW, I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah.
But I can't go with him.
And it's one of those
So
things too, not even for that too, not even not even watching Dynamite every week, but if let's say he was to grab like the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, right? You see, like if you're a casual, you know Killer Cross, you know the face. Oh, maybe I'll buy Revolution, maybe I'll buy Full Gear. Oh, I want to see him wrestle. You know that kind of thing. Just like kind of
mhm,
casuals too that might know the name, but he's one. It's like I know they've tried it with all the other ones, but he's almost like the Cody. Where I know Cody Rhodes. Wait, he's in WWE now. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, I didn't know about that. It's kind of the same with Killer Cross. Like Carrion's in AEW now, so it'll be interesting to see. But here's hoping that we just talk about it now, and he's already going to be re-signed, and everything's going to take care of itself. So,
that's my
um,
hope.
that's my trust me. Listen, I know I win either way, but I'd love to see him stay in on WWE. But we'll see what happens. Real quick, I want to talk about this promo, man. Bailey comes out. Bailey, I'm telling you, I'm tired. I've been driving. I drove for like 5 hours today. I'm so tired. Becky comes
Mhm.
out, cuts her promo as far as winning her match last night at SummerSlam. Still your women's intercontinental champion. Kind of puts Lyra to bed and kind of wants to open the door and open up to the floor of who would like to come and challenge her for this belt. Um, in this household, it's Bella. The Bellas aren't exactly very welcome in this household. Nothing against them. I'm just not a huge fan. When her music hit, I'm like, what? Do we, no, come on. There's no. There's so many other people. Half joking, half not. I was expecting someone from NXT to pop up. Somebody. I was like, okay, come on, we can put up this person. But I'm not gonna lie, Nikki knocked her promo out the park because sometimes she's a little too excited and stumbles over her words. This promo was great. Shout out to Becky hitting the John Cena, had the John Cena reference. Love it. Loving the promos go that route. That was awesome. Good stuff. Um, yeah, it was cool. I'm excited for it. I think the match is going to be good. Nikki has looked 110% better since she's been back this run with right now. She's been in WWE since leaving for a little bit. It's going to be a good match. It's probably going to go down at Clash, obviously, in Paris. Um, I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be good. And Becky, and then we get Becky taking on Maxine next week, apparently. And I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. The more that the women are on TV and the more those belts are on there, I'm here for it. Like, let's go. Let's keep it going. Like when Julia was out for like 3 weeks after winning the U.S. title, I'm like, that was the point of the belts. Now they're not on TV. What are we doing? Bring them out, please. Let's have them fight. Um, but I'm very excited for it. I've been very, I'll do what Matt does all the time. I'll raise my hand. I'll say I've been wanting to talk a little trash about Nikki Bella, but I'm excited for it. She hit her promo out the park. She looks in great shape. She's been great in the matches I've seen her in. So I think her and Becky are going to put on a pretty good match. Your thoughts as
Oh,
far
yeah.
as the promo and looking like Becky and Nikki are heading for Paris for the IC championship for the women.
Oh, that was a great promo.
So good, so good.
Yeah, obviously Becky won, in
Oh
my
yeah, the
opinion.
Johnson. You can't
Becky
see him. I was like,
yeah, you can't see him. That was freaking awesome.
yeah.
I loved it. And I'm not a huge Becky fan, I'll be honest.
Hmm.
Um, but she's growing on me a little bit. Um, I don't I I don't know a lot about Nikki Bella or the Bella Twins. I know they come from the era that makes me cringe, when they had the bra and panties matches and
They
stuff
did.
like
They
that.
did. They were kind of the
Um,
ending of that era, but they did come from that. Yes, they did come
and
from that.
I'm just
Yep.
like, yeah, so I'm kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah. No, we talked
iffy.
about it. I know. Yeah, we've talked about it.
Um, but from what I've seen, she's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, I love her hat. WWE, we need her hat on the shop, please.
So they have the hat, but she definitely bedazzled that herself. Like I looked and I'm like, it's only because one time my oldest saw it on TV and she's like, I want that hat. And I was like, I got to go buy a bedazzler and the hat. Apparently, it's not available on shop. It's only the regular. I'm like, she did it herself, man. But yeah, I agree. That hat,
Yeah,
they
if
need to
I
sell that.
could get a close-up look at the hat that she wears, I could probably make my own.
They probably have it on not what is I'm not good with these with the apps.
Amazon?
No, kinda like no, kinda like a it's a make your own kind of thing, like crafts and stuff like that.
Mhm. Oh,
Yep.
like Pinterest?
Pinterest,
Like
yeah, I guarantee someone on Pinterest is like, "Oh, you can find it here," or something like that. I guarantee you someone has a link to a hat like that, or somebody's already made one like that you can find, I guarantee you. Guaranteed.
I love sparkles, and
That
yeah, and
that
I saw
that
the
hat is
one
for you, girl. That hat is for you because that thing
yeah.
you can see that thing a mile away.
Yes, that is definitely right up my alley.
Yep.
So yeah, I saw the hat on the WWE shop and I wasn't impressed. I'm like, "No, I don't want that one. I want the one she
I
wears."
want the sparkly one.
Yes. I want the shine.
Yeah, right?
Um, but yeah, it was a great it was really a great promo. Kind of looking forward to the match, so I could see more of what she can do in the ring, and by I mean Nikki Bella. Um, but at the same time, I don't wanna see her take a belt. I just feel her time is up. I mean, she wants to be
Her
back in
time
the
is
ring.
now.
Yeah. Well, I just think that she need that's funny, I just got that.
You just got the John Cena. Yeah.
You're not the only one who's tired. I've been up since 4:30
I
this
get it.
morning.
Trust me. That's why I'm punchy right now. I hear something. I'm just making jokes. I don't care. I'm like, I don't care.
So, yeah, no, she's the only logical reason I can think of for her coming back is to help put people over
Hmm.
and to move on. So I definitely don't wanna see her win the belt. We backtrack a little bit to the, promo backstage with Bailey and Lyra,
Hmm.
and I noticed something about Bailey in that promo that kinda made me wonder if we're not all wrong about the heel turn.
Jesse
Maybe
B, what's going on?
maybe Hey, Jesse. Um, maybe she's not going to turn heel. Maybe Lyra cannot she seems to me in that promo like she wanted to make amends
And Lyra
with
was like, get out of here.
Lyra, but Lyra was shutting it down. So now I think there's gotta be some she's gonna want to make some grand gesture to try to make it up to Lyra. Um, where so Lyra can't challenge Becky for the belt anymore, but Bailey can.
Hmm.
So Bailey can challenge Becky for the belt. Bailey takes the belt, and then as a peace offering, offers Lyra the first title shot.
Defense. Yep. Yep. I like that.
So that's just my thinking. That's from my observation with that promo. Yeah, definitely don't think I. Well, I don't want to say I don't think because WWE does tend to do the unexpected from
Yeah,
time
don't
to
do that
time.
because they see it and then do the opposite when you say that. Don't do that. Don't
Right.
do that.
But I really I just can't see them putting the belt on Nikki Bella.
Yeah, I don't
So,
think that's. I know she came back to have a thing with do something with Liv. Bree is also working to get back to have a title run. Now, if they want to win the tag belts, the women, I'm here for that. I'm
okay,
cool.
yeah,
I'm cool for that. But like singles wise, Nikki needs to be. But again, that's what I get. But Nikki can't be here to put Becky over.
right,
So it's got to be either like you said, Bailey gets involved, Lyra gets involved, and Lyra's like, "What are you guys doing? You guys are old as hell. Why are you guys out here? Like, you guys are fighting. Like, I was here. Like, you guys are done and washed. I want my title shot. Give me the damn belt. I'm the future. That I mean, I can't. That's why when you putting her over, I'm like, I agree with that. But then I said, I went, well, she ain't putting Becky over. And
no, no, because
why is she gonna eat an L from
yeah,
Becky?
yeah,
So
because I think Becky Becky is considered she's one of the 4 horsewomen,
yes,
if I
absolutely.
remember.
Yep.
So she's considered a veteran now. She's also getting up there and towards well, I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
say towards the end of her career. She's right maybe in the middle. She's what, 36, 37, something like
36, 37. Yeah, she's getting up there
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah,
Um,
Because Seth I think just turned
I think
40. So yeah.
Nikki's purpose. is to put over someone like Stephanie Vaquer.
Yes, please.
Because
When she comes out to name it.
she's had some interactions with Stephanie and with
Mhm.
Io. But Stephanie Io, I think, is a veteran too, isn't she?
Io's
She's
been
been
around for a long time, not just
okay.
WWE, but a long
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Stephanie Vaquer is or Julia, one of those two, is who she's supposed to put over. Um, although I don't think Stephanie needs to be put over. She's got that pop
She is
already.
over.
She's on fire. That
She's
woman
already up
is
there. She's already
yeah,
she already has the rocket to her, man. She's ready to go. Things just
yeah.
it's just simmering, waiting for lift out, man.
She's another one that you commented got over organically.
Well, listen, it might have been a certain move that she does that people like because people are weird like that. But listen, she's but she is gifted in that ring, man. She ever
Oh
since
yeah.
me and Mike were talking about it too. Just there's some people that come around. It's just like you can tell, you know, she's just naturally she knows what to do. She's great at what she does. It's just so refreshing to see that. Obviously, the Devil's Kiss is a popular one. It's a funny move. People like it. Whatever. Booker T actually needs the credit for that. He made it a big thing in NXT. That was cool. But yeah, she's a great wrestler. I think she's going to be amazing being a champion. She's gotten so much
Mhm.
better on her promo work. Her English is getting so much better. She's committed to like knowing she needs to be. You can be bilingual. We have it all the time in WWE.
Right.
But she's getting better and better at the English, the promo work, which is why you see her in the back. Talking to Naomi, talking to Rhea. She's always in the back cutting these promos and working on talking and doing stuff. So I appreciate that. So
Oh
it's gonna
yeah.
be good.
She's a workhorse.
Yeah, it's gonna be good,
She
man.
is a workhorse. She's put in I did a little bit of reading on her just out of to satisfy my own curiosity because I was like very intrigued by who she is, where
Mm-hmm.
she's from, and because she's new but she has all this
Isn't though.
experience. So I was like, I wanted to find out more and I did read and she's really been working hard. I
Yeah,
mean, like it's in her entire life's focus, it seems, to become the best possible wrestler that she can, and she's succeeding. She's already a huge crowd favorite. She's one of my favorites. I mean, the first time I saw her, um, I didn't even need to see her wrestle. It was just her presence when she came out
she's got
onto
aura,
the
as the kids
stage,
like to say.
and
She has
I
aura.
was like, "Wow, that
Hmm.
woman is awesome. What can she do?"
Yeah, right. Exactly. Right.
So, she drew me in before I even saw her land a move, um, and that's saying something. That she's yeah, she's got a huge presence and, the talent to back it up, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what she does with it. But I believe that Becky or not Becky, Nikki is meant to put either one of these newer ladies. It could be Roxy. I could be way off and she could be here to put over Roxy. I don't
Yeah.
know. But that's what her purpose is, I think.
No, I agree. It's 100%. That's what it's going to be. How we get there, we'll see. Maybe interference, something happens, a triple threat. However, we're going to get it done. But I was like, these two going against each other makes no sense to me. Like, why are we just again? They are throwing it again. Long term storytelling. It's almost like Nikki is here to again to Nikki's promo too. I think we talked about she is here to like why are you here? You can't. I'm here to help. Almost saying like I'm here to put people over and help. You're here because of your ego. Like I don't know why you have that belt. You're just here to have the belt because you want it because you're jealous. So if Nikki does win the belt, that's the storyline. Now Nikki starts running these wild invitationals for all. She takes it to NXT. She starts, you know what I mean. She starts jumping all around the roster. That is kind of cool. If she wants to start getting, and ends up going to like someone from NXT or back to Lyra, because once Becky doesn't have it, Lyra's right there, ready to go get another title shot. So we'll see what
Mhm.
happens. But I'm excited for that. It's going to be good. So we get to our main event. Seth Rollins, LA Knight. Yeah. Great. Again, I put it up. I was like, man, wouldn't it be funny if WWE could do something totally funny tonight? They really could put the title on LA Knight. It would make sense and get people talking coming right out of SummerSlam night. Because if you notice, SummerSlam, the way it was built, is supposed to be almost like WrestleMania 2. So this
Mhm.
Raw was supposed to be unpredictable and wild and returns and yada yada yada. Um, Obviously all the title matches, stuff like that. So great match. The match was good. Obviously, it was what it needed to be. I could have bet a check that it was going to end in DQ. If it wasn't Knight winning, once they took it to the outside, I'm like, yeah, that's it. Here we go. And he's going to start doing the curb stomp. But yeah, this isn't going the way I thought it was going to go. Here comes CM Punk attacking Seth Rollins. Obviously, the stuff that went down on Saturday night, taking Punk's title from him and cashing in. Um, Someone from WWE definitely listens to our show. I don't know who it is. I want to know what the burner is. No, because we were crapping on night one hard, and we were all talking about, oh well, we were all standing there and they had the camera on Punk for 10 minutes, and there was no credits, and there was no this, there was no that. Oh, we all knew. No. Someone got in production and was like, no, make sure you roll the credits and put the little thing up at the watermark at the corner. They'll think we're done with the show. And then when they turned around and Paul goes, "Oh, we're gonna pose," I'm like, "Oh no, that's Roman. Yeah, that's Roman. Okay, but they did it the right way. They brought it all back. You thought it was the end of the show." And then Roman comes out, obviously, to get his little pound of flesh. Takes out Braun, takes out Bronson. But at the end of the day, for his troubles, man, eats a spear from Braun Breaker, and then three, not one, not two, three tsunamis from Bronson Reed. Like we were talking about, I think what this is Roman kind of getting quote unquote injured, going away for a little bit, filming Street Fighter, coming back for. I mean, look who was in the ring. You had CM Punk, Roman Reigns, obviously LA Knight, and the fourth would actually, you know what, you don't even need LA Knight because that's his own thing. You probably have CM Punk, Roman, Jimmy, and Jay as one team, and you got to put Seth and his boys up with somebody else in the cage. But we'll see what happens as we get down the road.
Yeah.
But I think that's why that was done on purpose. Jimmy and Jay could come to avenge whatever happened to him, maybe taking on the Bronze, B squared, whatever you want to call them, Bronze. I know some people like to say that too.
Bronze.
The Bronze. But cool ending. Raw got it right finally. They put the little credits up. Paul and Lee are like, oh, okay, and the little watermark, and they would. But the way Paul, oh, we're gonna pose now, and then they go, no, you're not. And then the blue music came. We're all good to go. So great match. Obviously, way better ending. This is setting up a lot of things. Again, the World Heavyweight Championship title picture is very, very cluttered on Raw. But I think it's the way it needs to be. Just you never know what's going to happen week to week. Now with Gunther out for a little bit, taking about 2-3 months off, and there's some injuries because the man's a workhorse. So he definitely deserves a little time off. He did a great job as being a world champion. Yeah. So here we are. It was a great match. I think the segment was good. The way they kicked off or ended Raw, I should say. Great way to kind of kick off this next part of 2025 after SummerSlam night 1 and 2. What were your thoughts as far as the main event and how it went off the air?
Wow. Yeah, that I loved the match.
Match was good.
I was actually surprised that LA Knight came out there to, challenge him. That was a little bit of a surprise, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was justified,
Mhm.
obviously, as I said earlier in the show. um, so I kind of suspected that CM Punk was going to show up because of Seth taking the title from him and robbing him of his moment. Because that's
Yeah.
the whole thing. Because now the feud has been like shoved into hyperdrive.
Yep.
Because of the title steal. Now Roman showing up, that one I didn't expect at all. I was like, okay, why is why is Roman there for this? I mean,
Still throwing it back to losing that triple threat at Mania. He's not letting
yeah,
it go. He's not letting it go.
yeah, no, apparently he's not, and it's like just I don't know, it makes my brain hurt sometimes when you get all these different storylines that involve the same players, and
Telling
it's
you,
like, "Oh
it's
my god, I gotta keep them all
long term,
straight," you
long
know?
term storytelling.
So, yeah, it's, um so that one the ending kind of, mm, um, with just Roman. CM Punk, like I said, I kind of expected.
Mhm.
Um and ending that match in a disqualification. So now we're gonna have the CM Punk and the Seth feud hitting hyperdrive, and a new brewing one between LA Knight and CM Punk.
Yeah, because he got him out of there. He's like, "What are you doing, bro?" And like
Yeah,
that's gonna be. I feel like that's gonna
yeah.
be a
So we
triple threat.
got an old feud and a new feud, and then here comes Roman and the Tweedledee and Tweedledum coming out,
Braun.
to save the day. Um, I'm sorry, I do like them. I just it
My thing with Braun, man, like I know we get it's cool with Jacob Fatu does like the boogeyman thing when he after like what is Braun doing like ticking like after he does a spear? Like what? Stop it, man! Like stop doing that. Not everyone can do that after they hit their finishers. Stop doing that. Like,
yeah, I don't really understand that myself.
because like like, what are you doing? What are
Like,
you doing? Like going to
is that
that
is
place?
that like
That's a Randy Orton
a
gimmick. Get out of here.
crazy Twitch? Because let me tell you, I've been crazy for a few
Yeah, it's
years
supposed to be
now,
like him like going
and
nuts
I
because he hit
don't
the.
have Twitches
Yeah,
like
I think it's like
that. So,
oh no.
it is unusual, but I mean, I just thought, before all of before the vision, which that name I think is genius. It's
It's good.
simple, it's
I like it.
and
To the
it's
point.
very revealing. You know
Hmm.
what you're getting from them with that name. It's a great name. Um, but I just think that Braun Breaker kind of hitched his wagon when he didn't need to, because he has the star power. I understand he's a rookie, but he does have that star power. I mean, the crowd is already popping for him,
Hmm.
and making him someone's lackey is not entirely a smart move. It's not the best way to utilize his
Right.
star power, is making him someone's lackey. That's just my opinion, though. I
Were
mean, other
you were you watching the product when it was like Evolution with Batista and everything with Triple H?
no.
So it's the same. It's almost it's not to go.
I
I
I
didn't mean to go off
watched
the subject, but
early I wanna say late '80s or early '90s. I can't remember specifically,
hmm
exactly when I watched, and I only watched for a couple of months because I initially got involved because my sisters, who I hung out with a lot, and their boyfriends and the friends circle, they all watch wrestling. So I'm like, instead of going back to my room and reading a book, I decided to start hanging out with them and watching this wrestling stuff to see
makes
what it
sense.
was about. And like I said, it I lost respect for the company
Oh, I get it.
the more
I
I
get it.
watched it at that point in time, because of the way the women were represented.
Yeah.
Um, so it was, I would say, late '80s, early '90s, roughly when I watched it, um, for the first time, and it was only for a few months, and now I'm back, and I'm impressed. Although I was a little shaken by this whole, the whole Brock thing, but, for a minute.
Yeah.
I was I was
I get it.
shaken for
I
a
get it.
minute.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Um, so but, yeah, I'm very impressed with the way they've progressed now.
Yeah. So I was
So,
just saying, you know who Batista is, right? You've seen
I
it.
do, but I only know who he is from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right. So that big man was Triple H's. Him and Randy Orton were Triple H's lackeys in Evolution.
Really?
Yeah. But again, this is a story almost as old as time. It's like Shawn Michaels and Big Diesel. Like it's just gonna it just keeps it's I could probably have three or four more. I just can't think about the top of my head of like the student and the teacher. Like it's supposed to be Ric Flair. It's like you're gonna learn under Triple H. You're gonna be the next big things. But you're gonna know your role. You're gonna know you stay in your lane and understand that the belt doesn't leave this man. Like you can do whatever you want. You can be the guy. You can go with you can get that title. Go. You don't take his belt. Like that belt stays here.
Right.
And Braun already. And that's why I was wild that they did what they did on night one to let Braun already slip out with like. That's why I was like, maybe Seth isn't coming back like tonight because Braun's out here yelling at fans. I'm the leader now. I'm the man. I'm like, whoa. He's already saying that kind of stuff. Did Seth not hear that? Did someone not show Seth that video of even though he's the leader, unless they did that for down the road where they're going to play it again and be like, oh, I saw what you were saying. But it's a tale as old as time. Eventually, Batista won the Rumble, and he wanted to, and Triple H pretty much played him like a fool. And he's like, oh, he's not going to challenge us. And he challenged Triple H, won the belt, yada, yada, yada. So I'm guessing probably not next year, but at WrestleMania, but sometime middle of next year, you see something happen where Braun's like, nah, I'm good with you, man. Like, why can't I get this? No, you can. Why don't you go for that belt? You don't want to wrestle me for this belt. I mean, you can, that kind of thing. And he ends up challenging Seth. He comes out on his own, and it's a big deal. So, but like you said, though, I think everyone realizes it's there for to help Seth. Seth is using him, and eventually Braun will see he's being used, and then he starts breaking out, and then goes on his own.
Turns
So
face. And
yeah, so it's a tale as old. They've done it for so many times, but it's like you don't know exactly when it's going to happen. That's the cool thing. You'll see like the little chips in the armor, and they'll try to kind of tease it, but it doesn't happen. And eventually, something will happen where he like spears the shit out of like Seth Rollins, and they're like, oh, but then he's not really mad about it. He kind of looks at Seth. He's like, yeah, you deserve that, and that kind of starts the infighting and stuff. So it's going to
yeah.
be good. I can tell you this much. I don't know when, I don't know where, but when it starts to happen, it's going to be good cinema, especially with Braun and Seth. Those two, well, Braun needs to work on the promo a little bit, but those two together, I think is going to sell a lot of tickets. Those guys are going to be really good together when it goes for the belt. I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it was a good
Definitely
episode.
massive talents. I just don't understand why you wouldn't. But I
No, I
get
know
it. Your point.
they
Your
got
point
that's what it
makes
is.
sense.
It's yeah. But they also had to get him on NXT too
Hmm.
because he had the belt twice. He beat Mello. And then Trick had to come up. Obviously, the TNA was happening. They wanted to get on Oba, so they had to pull him up for something. So they ended up putting him. He was by himself for a little bit, and then they aligned him with Seth. So
No,
yeah,
I
we'll see
can't
what happens.
wait till they bring Oba to the main roster.
No, no, I can wait. But me and Vinny were talking about it, and man, they screw that up. I might stop watching for a little bit. And not saying
Yeah.
like canceling, but if they
Well,
screw
I
up Oba,
know.
man, I'm gonna be very upset. Like that man is a treasure, and
Oh yeah.
that's why I like him down there. Stay champion, keep being champion, keep fighting TNA. Don't bring him up until that man needs to come up, be here for 3 weeks, win a belt, and go on a crazy like a world heavyweight, or give him the Intercontinental. I'm cool with that too, or the U.S. just as like to get him like known. But whatever belt he touches, he needs to hold that thing for months. You can't have him come up here and have a 3 week title run after being
Right.
NXT champion for this long. Like I just really hope they get it done right. Um, I don't know, but I'm
Oh
very
yeah,
scared.
absolutely.
I'm very
I just
scared.
want to see this man run through the roster because I think he can.
But that's what I'm saying. They better have him do that. If he comes up and he's like struggling against Penta. What? No, get out of here. Are you kidding me? He beat the hell out of Trick. Penta's going to be an issue. Get out of here with Penta.
Yeah.
He needs to have, and I hate to throw it out here because people get, but he needs to have the Brock Lesnar run. If you don't know that first run when he first debuted in 2002, just go watch clips. You don't have to watch like matches. Just watch clips. Every match he was in, minute and a half. Boom, boom, boom. Powerbomb, F5, win. He was running out. He destroyed the Hardys. He destroyed everybody. Anyone who faced him, boom, 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 F5, win. It needs to be Oba, boom, 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 power slam, boom. Power bomb, win. Like that's what it needs to be. And he needs to come up and just grab the championship. And that's how they built Brock. Oba needs that Brock treatment.
Yes. I
At
will
least
agree
hot.
with that.
Yeah, he needs it,
Absolutely.
man. Because again, you can have obviously be human and be beatable, but he needs the Brock treatment for the next for the first 6 8 months
Yeah,
because it's
I think if they do this right, if they do it right, I can see Oba taking John Cena's record.
absolutely 100%. He's young too. He's a young dude. He's a big guy. He's young though. He's only I
Yeah.
think in his like maybe later 20s. He's not in his 30s, so he's got plenty of time, and he can jump to rosters, do plenty of stuff. So I agree with that.
Yeah. I can really see that happening, and I would love to see that happen. 18 world championships?
That's a lot, man. That's so
Yeah.
many. Oh, as long as he
I
stay,
will never argue. I mean, for every belt, every time they put that belt on him, I will cheer.
yeah, I'm here for it.
Whereas others, like with Lyra, and she's already had the Intercontinental. Was it the Intercontinental champion? Isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, I'll make sure I get the right belt.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, no, you got it right.
But Lyra's already had it once. Okay, let her take the back seat for a little bit.
Mhm.
I don't think she's gonna take it from Bailey. I think she's gonna get her title shot, Bailey's gonna beat her, and that may, mend fences because she gave her the shot, that was her olive branch.
Right.
Um, but I don't think Lyra should have the belt again. I think she should move on to another belt. Focus on that, focus on trying to be a Grand Slam champion because she has it in her.
Oh, yeah.
She
Lyra's
really
gonna be
does.
good. Lyra's a great talent. I love it. I love what she does.
But I'm usually not a fan of, well, in the last almost year, of seeing repeat title holders. I said, "You got enough people on the roster that can carry that title." Give them longer than you I mm, I t so did not agree with them taking the belt off Jay so quickly.
That's a
Um
whole other conversation. Yeah,
But
that's a
I
whole
know,
yeah,
but I'm just saying that,
yeah,
with others, they've done it to other people too. They've
yeah.
taken the title off of them too soon, and I'm just like, "You didn't even really give them a chance to do anything with it." I think who else did they take it from really early? Was it the Machine Guns?
Oh, yeah.
The tag titles?
They came in way too hot, though. They came in 3 weeks, boom, title they got a title win. I was like, "Oh, shit, okay. Wow,
Yeah,
that was quick."
they got the title too soon, and then they took the title away from them too soon, and
Yep.
I'm like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're trying to build these guys up. Why are you taking the titles off of them this quick?"
And
But
I would love to be a fly on the wall for the and I don't not this unreal stuff, not the stuff that WWE thinks that you're really seeing behind the curtain because it's I said it in my video I put out the other day. The magician wants you to see what you wanna see. And if you think WWE is letting you see the inner workings of what they do, then they got you. I got a bridge I can say that I just drove out of coming back from Jersey. I'll tell you that much because there's no way that they're putting all that stuff on TV for you to just get it. Me and Mike were talking about it on the no, me and Matt were talking about it on the board. If you go on the Unreal show on the whiteboard in the back, they had like weird matches that made no sense. They literally just used to fill it up because people were like they zoomed in, screenshotted. There's there's matches that made no sense. And they just filled up that whiteboard for you to look like you looked at the master plan of what they were trying to do. So
yeah,
it's
I just started watching that show today,
yeah.
and to
It's
be fair,
entertaining. It's good.
yeah, it is, and my primary reason is because I like to see the wrestlers behind the curtain.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
not
I
so
like
much
the
the
personas.
inner workings of everything, more or less, it's just seeing the wrestlers out of character.
Yeah,
So that, because I think that helps me to be objective when I'm watching, because it's very easy to get lost in the character and judge the wrestler based on their character. And and that's one of the reasons why I did not ever get back into it until, well, let's be fair. I got back into it because of Big Mike.
true, true, true.
I started watching again because of Big Mike. I wanted to be a better friend and contribute more to his show
Yeah,
in the chat. Um, so, and I'm grateful for it. I will be grateful for for being turned back onto it in this day and age. So but I'm not gullible. I never I mean, I try not to be. I should say I try not to be gullible. But, when I watch everything, it's with a little bit of, skepticism.
hmm
So when I watched the first episode today, I'm like, "Yeah, well, how much of this is honest and how much of this is smokescreen?" And the workings of. And I was like, "Well, do I really care?" Because as far as I'm concerned, professional wrestling as we see it, is a performance art,
hmm
and that is how I appreciate it, as a performance art, not as some kind of brutal, like, fight club. I mean,
right.
well, it's all performance. It's and seeing the wrestlers as they are, out of character keeps me grounded and keeps me from going, "Oh, I hate that guy." You know?
Right,
Because
exactly.
it's not that guy.
Yeah.
I had that feeling about CM Punk. See, I didn't know, I wasn't well versed, but my husband's has been a wrestling fan for most of his life. Um, and so I would see clips here and there, you know. And CM Punk, I'd seen a couple of his promos, not him in the ring, and listened to his words, and I'm like, "Well, who is that arrogant ass?" You know?
That's CM Punk.
And and from that moment on, it's like, "God, he's so arrogant. He's yucky. I don't like him."
The problem is that's actually how Phil is, though. He's humble now, but before that was him, man. That was all CM
Well,
Punk.
yeah, I was just like
He's
I'm
humble
like,
now.
yeah, I mean, he's more likable now.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Even
He definitely is.
even on the show. But
Yeah.
and but that is I think where we all kind of as fans tend to lose ourselves is when, we cannot make that separation. And shows like Unreal, while it is not maybe a teeny tiny peek behind the
It's
curtain.
definitely, yeah. It's a little like you get like,
It's
yeah, no, no,
enough.
no, get out of here. Yeah,
It
exactly.
helps with that separation,
Yeah, and
you
that's what it's
know.
there for. It's there just to kind of show, like, hey, and I mean, not to get on a soapbox. I'm not gonna go into it because I know we're running late anyway. But it's not
No
even
time
wrestling.
limits, you said. Remember you
No,
said
there's
no
not. No,
time.
no, it's not. No, no. I'm
I
going.
know you're
I'm
tired.
going almost 24 hours, so I'm getting there.
I know.
No, so no, it's not even the wrestler. It's like um the IWC needs to separate real life from wrestling.
Mhm.
Forget the
Yes,
characters.
exactly. Right.
It's guys. At the end of the day, the lights get turned off, the stage gets put away, they put on their clothes and they go out to their wives and their husbands and their kids and their friends and they go out and they're regular guys at the bar having a beer. Like they're not really these people it's just wild to me. And it's okay. And it's okay not to like certain wrestlers. If other people don't like them, that's cool too. That's what we need to start differentiating the IWC. It's okay to have an opinion. Not everyone has to
Right,
like your
right.
guy. So, but
Right. It's like
that's
I told somebody I had a conversation with somebody a while ago, that I think it was like last in the winter time. I know it was
mhm.
winter time. I was having a discussion and this person got really heated about something that had happened and wanting to, beat up whoever. I can't even remember who it was. They were angry and they were said, "Oh, if I were there, I would jump the barrier and punch him in the
Yeah,
face."
sure you would. Yeah, okay, but
I don't remember who that was, but I just kind of sat there and went, "You do know it's a show, right?" And I'm like, "Okay, let me." I said, "Do you react this way when you watch a movie?
that's my always my go-to. You
Do
like the
you
Avengers?
react this way to the villains on TV shows? Do you go to events like Comic-Con and go up to the guy who
Start
played
beating people up.
oh, um, oh lord, no, yeah, exactly that.
You walking
When
to
I mean,
Comic-Con?
Von oh god, Julian, he just passed away recently. He was on Charmed and he played,
Oh my god, yes.
Von Doom, Von Doom.
Von Doom, yes,
Would
yes.
you I said, "Would you go up to him and
No,
punch him in the face because you don't like Von Doom?" I mean, he's not Von Doom, he's an actor.
no.
So
That's all it
the
is.
wrestlers, it's the same with the wrestlers. The characters you see on the screen are characters and not the people.
And
So
that's the stigma I fought and again, I've liked wrestling since I was 5 years old. So I had to deal with it when I was in school, like, "Oh, you watch." I'm not gonna use the words that I used in school, but you watch that stuff and like, "Oh, you know what that makes you, buddy." And I'm like, "Okay, like it's always since and that's what's always given this business a bad rap.
Mhm.
For the 4 or 5% that can't process that it's fake, and it's I've heard not just now I'm talking about me because I'm a very sane individual. I mean I know I preface everyone like I know it's fake. I watch it. I know it's fake. It's pre-scripted. I get it. Like that's how you
Mhm.
kind of get over people. Like, oh, okay, this guy knows. But it's still real to me, and it's just like that's always been given this business. If you like wrestling, you're a weirdo, or you're a dork, or you're whatever. There's a lot of other words. But the thing is, it's for the people like that that are like it's literally like they want to get up and smack their TV. It's like Dude, but do you get like did you get this mad when like Iron Man turned on Captain America? Did you throw things at the screen? No, you didn't. You waited to see what the ending was going to be like. Guys, it's a movie that never ends. That's all it is.
Right. That
It's
exactly.
just
Very that's a good analogy. I like
and
that.
it's and you can't and you know how this is. Again, we could talk about this till 5 in the morning. It's just
Mhm.
like you go on the internet, you can't say it to somebody because these people aren't sane. Everyone's a keyboard warrior. Everyone wants to have the last word. Then they attack your family, you as a person. They go and search your profile for 30 minutes to find a picture of you or some post you put up like 6 years ago. Oh, is this you? Did you post this? Yeah, okay, guy. And it's like, what the hell's your problem? You're literally looking through my profile right now. When it's dude. But that's to say all that. That's the problem. People just can't differentiate, and it just can't leave well enough alone, and it sucks. Because for a good 85% of people that watch wrestling, it's a show. It's fun. It's part of the.
Mhm.
I was one of 110,000 people that went to SummerSlam in Jersey, and none of us were throwing. Rock came out. I didn't hear any boos. Like people won that they didn't want to win. No booze. People weren't throwing things at the ring. People didn't jump the barricade. People weren't rioting in Jersey in the arena. No, that's it. It's wrestling. We have a good time. But
Mhm.
everyone's on the internet. I don't like this guy. So I mean,
Right.
yeah, have fun, guys. If you're watching wrestling, just have fun with it. You don't like what happened this week. Tune in next week. Maybe we'll get what you want, but we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
I gotta tell you, Gunther is another character I've had a hard time catching on with,
Hmm.
but I can't remember if it was the episode 1 or 2, they showed him backstage with CM Punk before
Yeah,
their match
I
and
think that was
stuff or
two. I
whatever.
think it's episode
Was
two.
that episode 2?
I think so. Yeah.
I was watching him, and I'm like, "Okay, okay. I can get on board with this guy. He's cool."
He's a cool dude. He really is. He's come up so far. If you go and look at what he looked like 5 6 years ago, he
I've
was a
seen him.
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he
Yeah.
walked in and Vince was. Oh, sorry. VKM did his thing, and he was like, "I can't market that. What is that? I can't do anything with him." And Gunther was like, "Oh, give me 3 months." Boom. Not that he should have had to, because he would have been awesome either way. I don't. I'm not one to think you need to be lifting 800 pounds and looking like a bodybuilder. You don't need to look like that. Does it work for Gunther right now? Absolutely. But he was just fine in NXT. He'll have the belt for 845 days, being the way he was. He didn't. But again, we all know how it was back in the day. So, um,
Right.
but yeah, Gunther has always been great. Walter, if you will, has always been great. And he's one of those ones. He was like, okay, well, if these are the cards I got to get dealt, then I guess I'm gonna go change it. And he's done great ever since. 83% of the time he's been on the main roster or up on the main roster from NXT. He's been 83% of the time he's had a belt, which is wild. So,
Yeah. Well,
um,
now that I've seen that, I feel
see now
like
you
I
get behind
can
him. See now you like him.
connect with him. I can connect with him more.
Yeah.
It wasn't that I didn't like him, it was just like, him. You know? It's just,
I like it.
I just couldn't
What's going on,
with
Chris?
him. So, I was like, but it was great. It was really great to see, him outside of the ring, out of character, and to 'cause I can support a human being doing their job and doing it well. He does do it well.
He does.
I will never say otherwise about him. He is a beast in the ring. He is very good on the mic. Um, but now, I guess I just couldn't connect with that whole arrogant persona because it kind of rubs me the wrong way. But now that I know that that's not him,
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, I've seen the actual person and his personality, and I do follow him on socials, so I saw a reel on Father's Day that his wife posted and tagged him in, which I thought was very sweet. Um, so I'm starting to warm up to him.
Yeah, he's kind of a new dad. They just had a baby a little while ago, so he's got a little one at home. He's gonna take care of for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the last thing I'll say as far as the Unreal, it's like it's actually I think exactly what you just said. That's what I think it's made for. Someone like me, you can show me that I'm gonna be all okay, buddy. Like that's not how it works. You all don't talk like that in your production meetings. This is not. I think it was made more so for one, casual people getting into this that don't know WWE to see how it works, but two, is to show the characters, to show the people behind. Like again. when you watch Avengers, right? I mean, I'm sorry, when they do the Marvel reveals for the next
Mhm.
17 movies are going to drop, who's always there? All 17 people sitting in front of the big screen, the director, the cast, everyone kind of talking with a mic, like, yeah, it was fun being that guy. Huh? You guys like that scene? That was cool, right? Like, they're like, yeah, this is what this was. It was like, hey, look, this is what they're really like. They're not really whatever you think. That's not what they are, and this is what we get in the back. I think it was 90% for that, and then to show a little bit of the, oh, let's let them see a little bit of what we do in the boardroom and that kind of stuff. But I
Yeah.
think it's more of a, like you said, I think it's to get people more comfortable and more acclimated with the characters and how it works more so like a movie. So,
Right,
but yeah,
right,
I think it's going to
exactly.
be a good show. I'm excited to see more of it.
Oh,
But
me
again,
too.
I think it's more again, and I'm not poo pooing it. I'm not. Again,
Right.
like you said, it's entertaining. That's what they do. But I think when they came up with it, they were like, well, let's they'll smoke and mirror it a little bit. But that's cool, and I like it. It's good stuff. So yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, the
Um,
candidness is great for that. I
that I
mean,
think it. Yeah, like, I think the
yeah,
wrestlers are
because
truly candid on it.
you don't get enough of their personality per se when they're doing interviews. Like the Stephanie McMahon show, I haven't seen it yet. I've
So
seen
good.
clips. I will be watching it. I'm just have to find time
That's
to
so
watch
good.
it.
Oh,
But interviews don't really. I just feel like they have to censor themselves. They have to present themselves in a professional light, at and when they do interviews. So they leave part of themselves off to the side. And whereas like, oh my god, my favorite, I laughed so hard during the clip of Jacob and was it CM Punk? He says, "I love you, Jacob."
I don't remember. Was it the first one?
I think so. It was just them. They were just sitting on a wall or
He's
something.
playing with them. Yeah,
He says,
exactly.
I love you, Jacob." And he's, "I love you, blue," and then something else, and then they just start giggling and being all goofy. And I think it was CM Punk because he did the same thing with Rhea. And more that
Love it.
candidness is what makes them, brings their humanness to light, not the interviews. So I think this was a great venture.
Yeah, if you want, if I mean, I know you guys don't start watching the Stephanie McMahon one. If you ever want to see a great place for interviewing, my boy CVV Chris Van Fleet, he does amazing interviews. Actually, he's the inspiration why I got behind to start doing this podcasting thing and interviewing people. I got the privilege of meeting him yesterday
Oh,
at
nice.
SummerSlam. Yeah, I got to meet him. It was
Nice.
like cool little 2-3 minute talk. It was cool. He actually knew who Chair Shot Sports was, which is I almost passed the hell out. Anyway, um, well, there's a long story behind it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another time off the air.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, he knew who I was, and it was cool. His interviews are very not emotional or anything weird or anything like nothing like crazy, but they're very real, and they just open right up to Chris, and it's those are some awesome. But not the Stephanie's aren't good either. I saw hers that she interviewed Paul, and that had to have been that she brought up him not wrestling anymore and like and it was emotional.
Mhm.
Obviously that's his wife. Obviously that's a personal kind of thing. But Chris has amazing interviews. So that one, Stephanie, there's a bunch of them, man. They're good stuff out there. So lot of great positive interviewers out there that for the wrestling world. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man. This show was good. At the end, people were expecting like a WrestleMania show, which is tough to do twice a year, like returns, things like that. I think Roman and Punk were kind of your hey, these guys appeared on Raw. So it's gonna be interesting to see moving forward. I think Roman's out for a little bit, but the Punk thing I think is gonna keep going strong for the next couple of weeks leading into Clash in Paris. Um, but yeah, good stuff, man. I appreciate you coming on, and I know
Oh, no
usually it's just
problem.
me yapping to myself for a little bit. So so I appreciate you coming on, sharing your thoughts. Obviously, yeah, talking wrestling is what we do great. So all right, well I think we've been on here long enough. So
Yeah. I think we're both about exhausted right
I was
now.
gonna say, yeah, yeah. And right back at it 6 in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, before we get out of here, obviously I'll let everyone know where can everyone find on the socials and on YouTube and next.
Well, again, I'm usually only as myself active on X at Leg Alpha KK KAY. Um, and on all the other socials, you can find us. Well, you'll have to search for us because I don't have my list handy with all the different ats. Just search the Wrestling Divas podcast and give us a like, subscribe. We are trying to get to 50 subscribers on YouTube before we actually launch so that we can go live right out of the chute, which is, I guess, no small feat. Most podcasters do videos first, but I'm not sure how well I would do with a video.
We'll get it out
Uh,
there.
right.
Us and the boys will share out enough stuff. You'll be fine. We'll get you some.
So
We'll get you
we're
50
doing
followers.
okay though. We're at 30 right now, and
Oh, see, look at that. Light work. 20 more.
and
Easy.
our Instagram page has gone from 0 to almost 100 since I started it last week.
There you go. See?
So, and I've already made some new connections. So we're excited.
Beautiful.
We're very excited about what's coming up. So
Awesome.
wish I
As am
had a
I.
date to give everybody, but I don't. Not yet.
As soon as you do, we will share out to everybody, make sure they know. And if you're watching this, you haven't subscribed, definitely go check out the Wrestling Divas podcast. Give them a like, get them up to 50 so you can go live and start giving them some great content. So it's going to be awesome to see you young ladies once the show comes on. I'm pumped for it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Obviously, tonight we were live here. Tomorrow night, I'm live on NXT Rewind with Mike Norton. Wednesday, Weekend Wrestling over on bodyslam.net. Talking TNA on Thursdays and Fridays with Big Mike from the Running podcast doing the SmackDown Shakedown. Yeah, plenty of pay-per-views coming up. SummerSlam was just a start. Emergence for TNA. Clash in Paris is coming up. Obviously, Heat Wave at the end of the month, and just keep snowballing from there. So to see all of the stuff that we do, myself, Big Mike and Spedrock, obviously, Vinny from Sons of Squared Circle, Mike and Tori over Kicking Out of Two. Like, comment, subscribe, do the thing. For the 100 people that are in here, if you haven't already, shoot me a comment if you made it this far. And if you do me a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button, that lets YouTube know great content, show it to more people that are subscribed. That would be immensely helpful to myself, obviously, Lady Alpha on here as well, and everybody else in the group. So, with that being said, me and Lady Alpha going to get some sleep. It's been a long day. I am tired from driving to Jersey, man. Shout out to being at SummerSlam last night, man. Newark killed it. MetLife was awesome. Can't wait to get back to my next pay-per-view. So it's going to be cool. So for Lady
Thank
Alpha,
you for sharing your videos, by the way. I enjoyed them.
I had to get out there, man. I had to put some out there. I'm not crazy. Like, obviously, I know everyone sees it on Peacock, but I had to share some stuff that I saw. But this is cool stuff. It was awesome. But yeah, I appreciate everything. And Lady Alpha, thank you again for coming on. Always a pleasure. And obviously, I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon. So I'm excited.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys. For Lady Alpha, I'm Johnny Anthony, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow night on the NXT Rewind.